we bring you the show live.
Neighbor, good morning.
Yes, indeed, Seku. Good evening. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
good morning from my end here. And yes, indeed, I want to say good morning to you, to all our listeners in Liberia and around the world. I want to say good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining SKTV again. Today is Monday, another day, the 18th day of December 2023. Very soon, we will be saying goodbye to the year 2023. It has been an interesting year, very, very, very meaningful year, very, very historic.
indeed, yet to
And,
remember.
the year 2023 is not done yet. It's still making history. We still have history in the making.
Mhm.
But yes, indeed, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for following and listening to SKTV. We want to encourage you to share the show. Today, we called it, we say every Monday, we have a program called In Case You Missed It. Because why? A lot can happen over the weekend that sometimes we can leave it for Monday. Sometimes, too, a lot can happen after the show, sometime before the show. Whatever the case is, on Monday, we come back here, we say, in case you missed it. So a lot happened, a lot is going on. Just in case you missed it yesterday, Melbourne, we received a threat from
Okay.
the senator of Nima County, the senior senator,
Mhm.
Prince Yelu Johnson, Prince Yomi Johnson. They used to call him Prince Yelugbe Johnson during the war.
Mhm.
And then after the war, he changed the Yelugbe to Yomi. Yeah, but that's the man from Nima County, Prince Johnson. He threatened to close down SKTV. He called us by name. He called SKTV by name, and he even tried to mistake my name, and people corrected. He said, "Yes, Sekou Kene." I said, "Okay." So the thing is, it's good to be here again to have a conversation. And yesterday, we also informed our people that we have some information on the on Mr. Alexander Cummings, what he is doing, what he's about to do, and what is going on. So we are also going to be talking about that today. Well, by the way, I want to say thank you to you, Melbourne, for being on here. Big thank you to our management team over there, from the leaders, the news team, and everybody else. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. And I want to say thank you for being available today again for another top provocative but yet stimulating conversation. I want to say thank you, Melbourne. What's going on in Liberia?
Thank you, Seku. Let me say good evening to you and that of our dear cherry listeners. Those of you that always burning your batteries and other your data. Indeed, you are so great. In fact, you make one of the best choice by following us all of the time. Thank you so much. I don't know exactly your location, but I guess you are between Liberia and Sierra border, or better still, you are between Liberia and the Guinea border, or maybe between Liberia and Africa Coast border, because we are going across the country. So indeed, thanks to all of you for following Truth FM indeed. So yes, indeed, pertaining to that information quickly, when that happened yesterday, people begin to call me back and back and say, yeah, I get time for but we don't worry. So indeed, Seku, Liberia is good. We are all moving about freely. I can assure you that indeed Liberia is peaceful. We are good. And apart from the festive season where you see a lot of people in the streets, in the various markets, places going about buying their goods or buying Christmas stuff or so on and on. That's the only habit, or we can say that one of the most talked about activities right now that is taking place in Liberia, where people are seeing into various marketplaces. Most of the market areas of June Park, people are shopping, people are buying all of their Christmas stuff. So indeed, but we are good. And yesterday, someone was telling me that I think the president is in country, and they saw him. According to the information that I'm getting, that if you were driving, yes, around. So I said, wow, but then that's good. So to tell you that, yes, indeed, Liberia, we are peaceful. We are moving about freely, and I guess that our president, President George Manuel, cannot wait to turn power over to enjoy his private life, maybe for some time, because now seeing Alexander Cummings of the CPP, like the man who get with no, I can count that too. But the life too interesting with the stress. So indeed, that's the kind of country, and the name of President William name has, should I say, I think for some time, almost 2 to 3 weeks now, and now into public or domain like it used to be. So indeed, I think the politics now is now shifting now to the rescue train, and yes, we are good. Apart from Henry Costa, who is in country, there are a lot of Decembrists in country, so we want to recognize him also, that yes, indeed, is in country. And all of you there that are in country that listen to us, we want to say welcome to Mama Liberia. Thank you so much for coming, and we are all here to celebrate the first city and to be one nation, a great country. Thank you so much, Seku, and the rest of you there. These are happening in Liberia.
Thank you, Mabel, and thank you very much to our valuable listener. I want to encourage all of you to share the show. And if you are watching on YouTube, you are watching on Instagram, you are watching on SKTV or SKTV Live, or better yet, if you are on the premier platform in the Republic of Liberia, Truth FM 96.1, that has been referred to as the heart and soul of the Republic. When it comes to media, I want to say thank you to all of you. So if you are driving, going to work, or coming from work, whatever you are doing, just tune to Truth FM 96.1. That's the best place to be when it comes to following SKTV, because that is, you don't have to burn your data. You don't have to do anything. Melbourne, before people got to the real issue, let's talk about some trivial issues, that has been trending since yesterday. So some of our guys decided, for the past week or so, it has been a lot of negative, information, not so encouraging information about the incoming president, the president-elect Joseph Nima Boakai, his whereabouts, his condition, his situation being discussed the whole time. So some of our people decided to say, you know what? Now that SKTV tried not only updating the Liberian people in Liberia and outside of Liberia, but the whereabouts of our incoming president. Some people call it that SKTV actually smoked out the incoming president from my heart out. Whatever he was doing, wheresoever he was, people were kind of a little bit disappointed that he did not mention, like, give any update, given the fact that Liberian people were concerned and are concerned about his well-being, about his health condition, and everything. So people thought that Joseph Boakai did not do enough, to update the Liberian people about what he was doing. From the time we informed the public, from the time he came to the United States, up to the date he spoke, within that time, what happened? What was he doing? Where was he? Some people say he doesn't owe anybody explanation because that's his private life. Some people say no, he should have. Because it's important for the people to know everything going on around their leader. But then our people say, you know what? Let's dedicate our page, SKTV, to the incoming first family for at least for a day or two. So they went ahead and posted and updated our profile you imagine SKTV platform, the profile was updated with Joseph Nima Boakai and his wife's picture, saying that they, like promoting, like promotional, things, respect, out of respect.
Mhm.
That one word for these people, and moving forward, I think SKT we're going to be doing that every now and then, whether it's one of the family of SKTV or one of those ministers, lawmakers, president, vice president. Every now and then, we'll be kind of putting people on the spotlight. It's called spotlight, putting them on the SKTV spotlight. Do you know what it means for you to be put on the spotlight where you have close to 500,000 people? So it's very, very important that people understand those things. And then guess what? Some people are giving, positive feedbacks on that. But yet, I was threatened and attacked by somebody saying that you have to take this down. I said, why? So you have to take this down because you are bullying. Bullying is illegal. Bullying is not good. This man is a statement. You can't bully the man. Where in the world putting someone on the spotlight becomes a bullying? That's when. So I tried to find out what's going on. And the picture actually that was placed on there, it was taken by the Joseph Bimabaka people. And I look at the picture, I saw nothing wrong with the picture. The same people that have said that we were relying about Joseph Boakai condition, nothing happened to him. The man is faith, the man is okay, everything is good to go with the man is ready to serve his people. The same people are coming now that are saying that putting the man picture up is bullying. What is bullying about that? I don't know. And when the picture was placed on there are other Liberians who are somehow talking that they are not happy. They will say anything, they will criticize, they will say anything about anybody, like myself, like yourself, everybody else. Some people come in to give their different opinions. But I think United Party people and Joseph Boakai supporters should have been appreciative of SKTV putting Joseph Boakai and the incoming First Lady on the spotlight, saying that one word for them. You could just say congratulations. You could say any word. But they went to attack that we are bullying the women. That was very unfortunate. It's like a no-win situation for you guys. You won the election, you mad. When people get good news, you mad. Bad news, you mad. So it's like you cannot satisfy them. So we have decided now not to really worry about them. Since JMB is the president, is going to be president for all of us, for all Liberians. Like the same way they have the right to support him, to carry his photo around, to carry his video around, to do whatever they want to do with him, we too have the right to celebrate our incoming president and his wife. I just want to make it clear to them that SKTV, we are not in the business of supporting a particular party. We support Liberia. And we are not in the business to exposing one group of people if you do what is wrong. If you do the right thing, we will talk it. Bad thing, we talk it. So, Cummings is back in the news. Just in case you missed it, we were informed this weekend that Mr. Cummings is actually in here in America. Mr. Cummings is having some good time with his family. And when Mr. Cummings went out in a very beautiful, car, the picture was going around. Some people are angry, complaining. The Crown Cummings committee is to run for president. Oh, so now because he ran for president, he does not have life anymore in the minds of some people. Because he may run for president, they may should not even use his own money that he loved for, he fought for, he suffered for his own money. But now some people are getting angry, they're getting agitated to see the man enjoying the fruit of his labor. Unfortunately, what kind of people are we? We celebrate criminals. They can steal from the country. And then we vilify people who work hard. What is going on? So like these people, they just can't be satisfied no matter what. You steal, they celebrate you. You work hard, they insult you. What is going on? So we were able to, get some information about what Mr. Cummings is doing. Besides having good time with your family, SKTV is informed that Mr. Cummings and his entire family planning to be at the inauguration of Joseph Nyima Boakai. Mr. Cummings is his entire family. And beyond that, we were informed that Mr. Cummings is currently in Atlanta, Georgia. And very soon, he's going to be traveling to South Africa, spend some time. His son and his daughter-in-law also in South Africa. I think he's going to be spending Christmas with them there. And then he's going to go for the inauguration in Liberia. And we were told that Mr. Cummings said he will not only be at the inauguration of Joseph Nyima Boakai to support him, that he will also be available to lend a helping hand if they need his help. He's not going to say because he did not win the election, he allowed them to take the country in the wrong direction or fail the Liberian people. We learned that Mr. Cummings says that he's not going to actually give up on Liberia simply because some people didn't vote for him. In as much as the state, digging deeper, also he still asked for electoral reform in Liberia to change the way we do our elections in Liberia. That will give certain people the leverage to cheat or to manipulate the process. He said, but he's not going to leave Liberia hands off, not to do anything. And he said he's not going to be missing. So for those who were saying that, Mr. Cummings, In fact, Mr. Cummings, lost the election. So right now, Mr. Cummings went to Liberia, went to America. Mr. Cummings is saying that after, a long campaign, after spending a lot of time back and forth on the flight in Liberia and also traveling around West Africa, so he needed some time off, spend some time with his family, and have some good time. Don't forget that this man worked for his money. They're not money. They're not anybody's money.
The man work for money 100%.
Yeah, the man work for the money. So if you can celebrate, yeah, if you can celebrate criminals that will be stealing Liberian people money, they will go clean the money, they will go invest in something else, and then they tell you, say that their money, you celebrate them. You call them wealthy people. You go beg them for money. But the man who suffer for his money, a distant man with distant family, you want to attack them, you want to insult the man for using his own money.
Some of the arguments Sekou is in fact are saying why the American use that money to pray or maybe some relief on the people and so on. We follow all of their comments, follow all of their posts and so forth. But sometimes you don't ask somebody how to use their money. Everybody have their own right, how they want to use their money. It's for the money that they work for.
So you're right.
Sekou, are you there?
Yeah, you're right. So maybe a Brazilian monk just joined us.
I think someone said Brazilian monk is asking for the link.
No, the monk, Brazilian monk is here already. Brazilian monk is here already. So yes,
Truth FM 96.1. They had in sort of Liberia.
Are we good? It looks like you're not hearing us.
Yeah, because we are having some difficulty. We're not getting you.
I can hear that. You're having some difficulty with that.
I don't know what's going on, but how be it? Truth FM
96. Can you hear us?
You said?
Can you hear us?
No, not too good. The internet is breaking in.
Yeah, I don't know why. The internet is not. It's not looking too good right now. Mon, can you hear me though?
Yeah, you loud and clear. I can hear.
I think you got to check. I hope the guys are not trying to.
No. It's from the end there, Mibon. You're not from here.
I'm getting both of you guys.
I think it's much better. I'm getting you. I think. Yeah. So let's continue. I'm getting you a little bit. I think much better than before.
You good?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Okay, so Monk, welcome. What we're saying here is that where in the world you will support and somehow celebrate people that be stealing from your country, and then you attack somebody for using the money that they work for. I mean, so as much as I don't want to distract the conversation from talking about the update on Mr. Cummings, but we'll come back to this particular madness from some Liberians. And the same people, the same United Party people that won the election, they are the same people stay doing it. You won an election, you stay angry. What do you want? I don't understand. So Mr. Cummings said he's going to be in Liberia with their family to come and participate in the inaugural process. He said that's a good thing to do, that he's not going away, he's not going anywhere. He did not confirm or deny the possibility of running again in 2029. He did not confirm or deny, but he said he's going to be around and he's going to be available to help, as he has always been, if they ask for his help. And besides, he said whether in government or outside of government, He's going to be there for the Liberian people, as he has always been. So I think those are welcoming news. And as a matter of fact, we learned that Mr. Cummings is going to pretty much spend most of the time in Liberia moving forward. In a way that he might invest, he might do that different things in the country that will be that will benefit the Liberian people. And whether wrong again or not, Mr. Cummings said he will not just sit by and watch the Liberian people suffer. And we're also informed that there are conversations going on. People reaching out, asking for his next plan of action, his political future. And we also talk about the possibility of he being the leader that will bring all the opposition together, and it will depend his decision what to do next. But he did not deny or confirm that he's going to be running again. However, he's still going to be in Liberia. He's going to be around politics. He's going to be helping. He's going to be available to help, and he's going to be ready to help Joseph Boakai if they need his service. So those are some of the updates. Let me bring Brazilian Monk in, and then let's get his perspective. And then we'll be talking about, everything about Mr. Cummings nowadays is like people should really, really, really waiting and watching his next move. But Monk, how you doing, my man? And what's going on? What do you think about these updates about Mr. Cummings?
Well, I said it on the show a couple of days ago. Mr. Cummings is doing what Mr. Cummings should be doing after a hard-fought election. Look, the people in Liberia, maybe, sometimes traveling experience play a major role too. You cannot expect something from people that haven't been exposed to certain things in life. They don't understand the power or the force, the magnitude of Mr. Cummings' success. They don't know the kind of work he put in, because in Liberia, that's not the case. Everybody go after a government job. You don't have a traveling private sector. There is no competition in Liberia. Anybody can just come and be anything. But when you live in the Western world, I tell people, when you work with the likes of the Coca-Cola of the world, these are iconic brands. There are certain corporations that when you call their name, people don't see company, they see a country. Mm-hmm. When you talk about Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Visa, MasterCard, you think about America. The same way when you talk about Acura, people say it's a Japan. Or when you talk about Samsung, people think about South Korea. Look, Mr. Cummings put in 30 years of his life in the corporate world, competing every day to reach to where he got at today. So he should enjoy his wealth, because that's in the Western world, that's how people live. When you are young, you work religiously so that you can have your golden years and take vacation, carry your family places, and make decisions at any time without being on someone else's clock. And that's what he's doing. Driving a Ferrari. Look, you don't dabble in the corporate environment by luck. It takes certain amount of skills, education, and discipline, because discipline is the most important thing. They got a lot of educated people, but education does not guarantee success. You have to be disciplined to go out there and put in the work. So if you can reach that level in life to an iconic corporation, within an iconic corporation, and you come from politics, that's what he's doing. Get your Ferrari, take your wife, go and eat some of the best of food, wear some of the nice clothes, find time to spend with your children and grandchildren. There will always be time for politics. When it's time to discuss politics, and like he said, he will be around to help whatsoever way he think he can help. That's it. I don't know why you're worrying about this guy. You think what? He should go and cry and die in your misery? No, you are the one that voted. You are the one stuck with that decision for the next 6 years. Mr. Cummings, I hear them talking about, Mr. Cummings is 1%. Mr. Cummings going anywhere. I call me back in 6 years and tell me how many percentage point your life is going to improve by. Mr. Cummings is well off, that even his children will be well off. So it's you, that you are the one making the decision. You are the one struggling with food, with healthcare issue, It is your responsibility to make that choice. Mr. Cummings has nothing to worry about. He's going to enjoy his life with or without the presidency. He's well off for life. I can name 10 or 15 presidents like bro. I cannot name 10 Liberians that excel to where Mr. Cummings have reached in life since 1847. So
No.
you can disrespect him all you want, but the facts and the reality are there. Mr. Cummings is a global figure. He transcended Liberia based on what he accomplished in his life. And I will tell you all the time, it's your choice, it's your life. You pick Joseph Boaga, the options were there, and you decided to pick your candidate. So Mr. Cummings got no fish to fry in that oil. If he want to look, sir, let me tell you something. If Mr. Cummings were even try to sidestep politics, maybe he said, you know what, after 2 attempts, let me forget about the presidency. He could stay engaged and contributing so many different ways. He had a lot of big things that he tried to, sometimes left to is about setting your legacy. It's not only about getting money. You want to do something so that when you leave this planet, the generation of born can come and talk something better about you. He talked about electoral reform. He talked about a lot of things. So that's it. It's nothing more. Let the man enjoy himself. Take 3, whether 6 months. 6 months. I said 6 to 9 months. I told you on the show, 6 to 9 months will be a reasonable time to de-stress yourself. Enjoy your life. That's what you work for. You don't come and put in 30 years of hard work only to go in the corner because some people decide that you were never the best candidate. No. And I told you a couple of days ago, the reason why the focus is on Cummings, because that's how they do things in Liberia. They believe in succession. They believe in time-by-time politics, because Cummings now is the most attractive candidate to them, because in their mind, he should come maybe after Joseph Boaga. George Weah should come after Madam Sally. Then after George Weah, maybe a Joseph Boaga turn. Maybe after Joseph Boaga turn, it will be Cummings turn. So that's why they focus on him. That when he ride his Ferrari, when he enjoy himself, they are still thinking about where is Cummings. No, you should be asking for Joseph Boaga. Forget Cummings. Cummings' life will go on no matter what, whether he's in politics or not.
Thank you so much. Before I even go to the next thing I want to talk about, but I saw some posts from some of these guys saying that Liberians' language informed poverty than the man in America, maybe Atlanta, Georgia, driving almost $500,000 car. Is Cummings responsible for people's personal life, what they decide to do? And is Cummings responsible for the way people are voting people that they want to vote for? You want to hold Cummings responsible for that? Because Cummings work for his money and Cummings do whatever he's doing. Should people really, really hate Cummings to even badmouth him for working hard and enjoying the fruit of his work? So, it is very, 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 very discouraging when I see some Liberians writing certain things. I can just ask myself, what kind of people are we? What kind of human being are we? How come we don't think like other people, like normal
people?
Yeah, how come we don't think like a normal people?
Yes.
I think we should be celebrating people who have excelled.
Yeah, that's why it is everywhere in the world except for Liberia.
Everywhere. If people are doing good, you celebrate them, you encourage them, but you show hatred, envy, and jealousy for people doing good.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? In fact, this man should be celebrated for coming into the next man country, engaged in a competition, in a competitive market, where you have millions of people that are like him or even more than him. But yet, he excelled to go to the level he is right now.
Yeah.
Those things are not done by coincidence. Those things are done through a process, through proper planning, through discipline, through hard work and commitment. And the very Joseph Boakai that you are insulting the mayor for, disrespecting the mayor for, Joseph Boakai is already president. But yet, before Joseph Boakai becoming president, Joseph Boakai told you that he take loan from bank for his upkeeping. So now the benchmark or the qualification in the minds of some of you guys to be president of Liberia, you must be irresponsible, you must be poor, you must not accomplish anything in your life. So that means you are qualified to be president of Liberia. When you are somebody who have accomplished something, you are somebody who is hardworking, you're somebody who is respected worldwide, you don't have place in Liberia. Is that a message we are sending? How are we actually projecting ourselves to the outside world as the kind of people we are? I think people should be celebrated for doing good, for being good, for doing what is right, for doing things that can make them different from the rest of the people. Where Cummings is right now, we should all pray to be at that level. If you can't be there, pray that your son reach that level, or your daughter, or any member of your family, or any other Liberians. We should be celebrating them. Somebody told me the other day, a Nigerian guy, he's from Nigeria. He was there. He knew a little bit about Coca-Cola Africa. He knew Cummings. He said, Seku, if this guy was a Nigerian man, he said people were going to be begging him to be president. I said, boy, in my country is different.
Anywhere on the planet, with the exception of that country.
Yeah. He said people are going to be begging this guy to be. See, this guy, whatever he did for himself, whether it's personal development, whether it's going to work for Paceberry, going to work ExxonMobil. Those are multi-billion-dollar companies that the world look up to.
Yeah.
To excel to that level, he said, if this guy was in my country, in Nigeria now, he said, people will be running behind him, begging him to come in and be president so he can change our country. But yet, the good news is Mr. Cummings is that he's not going to give up on Liberia.
Yes, because it will be your sad thing, giving up.
Yeah, so the good news is Mr. Cummings saying that he's not going to give up on Liberia.
That's the good news. He's not going to give up the country no matter what. You understand?
Yeah, so, the other thing I wanted to, maybe, do you have something to say before about Mr. Cummings, information before we go to the next segment of our conversation?
Yes, all I can say is, as people, I think we got to change our mind, change our attitude. But again, I don't know how we even arrive at this point that after the war, instead of us as people improving all of our maybe sectors or maybe all of our behavior, everything, the whole do things, I just see things continue to go like, I don't know, from bad to worst or from what to what, because the way the politicians, the way they play on the mind of the people, so people just think that if you have free money or maybe money that you work for, that your high-end money, they don't respect it. They will not respect the one that maybe the people heavily corrupt from them, steal from them. That's the kind of money maybe that what they believe in and what they cherish. But I think that's just so bad. I want to say thank to Alexander Cummings. I know that it not been easy. In fact, after election, let me be frank, even for those of you who are not even candidates, now not even on the ballot paper, you went through a lot. You even fought your brothers and sisters. So to tell you that election by itself, it has its own tension, it has its own emotions, it has everything. to go through it, and you see the way the people voted, yes, you just feel that, no, I'm not feeling, I think it's about time that I go back to my normal life, enjoy my life, enjoy all the best until maybe if God were to call me, well, that's it. If not, then I will still give my own contribution to the growth and development of the country. But the people voted, even if I'm able today, I'm going to buy about maybe in fact 50 million car if I get the money, because there's no some encouragement. So that's just it. Or say, let them leave the man. Let the man live a life peacefully. And let the man, I think that's one of the best things to do as citizen. Allow the man to freely or go about with his normal business for now. Because you like about politics, like our following one other back-to-back comments coming from the my Jabata and Honorable Akawa Moses Gray threatening here and there. I think we still got time to go. So for now, maybe about 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months from now on, then you say now the political or landscape of our country, at least you can look at it and say, yes, maybe we'll be having a robust political, maybe opposition or so forth. But for now, let the man live a life. For me, now all I can say, let the man live a life freely and be able to retrospect on all the happenings.
So thank you so much. The disappointing thing about Liberia is that even some Liberians that live in America here, work, and seeing things in America, seeing and they work, they know how difficult it is to even work under people, let alone to be a leader. To even get supervisor job, even land lead job, people that work in the factory, they work to be the leader for the lines, or to be supervisor.
Have your own stress.
Let alone to be manager. Not only is stressful, but the jealousy and envy that you got, the competition. To be a black man, to get to that level. They don't know. But then to be in this country, I saw one of them written saying, and the other in the country where people, when somebody buy chicken or kill chicken, one of the neighbor there, they can eat some and this and that, and somebody from there riding $1 million car, $500,000 car, and because that one that buy PR. See, that means they don't want you to be honest. They don't want you to show your real life. They don't want you to show what you have done for yourself and for your family. They want you to lie. They want you to be deceitful. He says it's the bad PR for the man to show that he's living good life. The man should live a deceptive life.
Yes.
The man should lie that I'm poor. The man should lie that I'm taking loan for upkeeping. The man should lie that I don't have home. The man should lie that I got nothing for myself. That means you will make him president. If that's the case, then Cummings should not be president. If that's the case, then I will not even encourage him to be anything. Because you know what? If God gave you his favor, you should celebrate it. You should be thankful to God. And by celebrating it is for you to enjoy it and tell him thank you. Because what? You know what? The day you die, you're leaving everything behind you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then the reason why you work for is it becomes fruitless.
Indeed, so let me not cut you off. The Bible really says, enjoy the fruit of your labor. I don't know what people get problem with people enjoying their own high-end work or money. For me, I see nothing wrong with that. The only thing is, if you wrongly enjoy your money, then I will get problem with that. But
if I were Cummings, if I was advancing Cummings doing this campaign, I was going to buy these Yukon, plenty of them, or Chevy Tahoe, or Yukon, BB one, blah blah one. I'll put everything behind me and take them to Liberia and hire security whether they're from England, whether from America,
Yes.
people security them to protect me. You know, the mindset in Liberia, the people are going to be saying, oh, they may not even be president here. American people here to protecting the men. They may not even be president here because that's the kind of life they like. You saw in a very short period of time, the late Cashel became a household name because Cashel was showing off. Cashel talk about, you want to take helicopter in Liberia. Everybody was, talking about him. Everybody, oh, Cashel going to do Cashel. That's the kind of what they like. But because Mr. Cummings was quiet, humble, respectful, so they think Mr. Cummings don't have other life. So now, seeing Mr. Cummings acting like a real big boy, they are jittering. They are nervous. They're getting confused. Well, anyway, Steve is here. Steve, welcome. The good news is Mr. Cummings say he's going to be around. His family are going to be at the inauguration. They're going to be supportive of Mr. The incoming President, Mr. Boakai. And he's going to, stick around. He'll be available to help when needed.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kane. Just before we leave the radio, I want to make sure I chip in on this conversation very quick. As always, the Liberians who are the most important people on earth. I know we get to other conversations here. In the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. That's just true. Good to see my boy Monk back in also Melbourne. Those of you listening to on the radio, we say thank you so much for your continued support of FCTV. Those of you following us on Facebook or other platforms, we say thank you so much. Mr. Kane, is ironic that these same Unity Party people who support Joseph Yuma Boakai, when Stanton Witherspoon used stolen money to rent car for Joseph Yuma Boakai and put Joseph Yuma Boakai in a Airbnb, they celebrated it. And they are celebrating Stanton today. And up until today, they are still celebrating Stanton. And that one that is disappointing is even getting to the point now where in people who you expected to know better.
Yeah.
Whether from a mature standpoint, from an intelligence standpoint, or from
That's a sad part about Liberia.
From a professional standpoint, everybody seems to have fallen in line. And it's saddening, it's sickening, disappointing, and very, very... Look, the same thing you criticize CDC for, the same thing you criticize President John Weah for, you celebrated with Joseph Yuma. Joseph Yuma Boakai can do nothing wrong. Anybody say Joseph Yuma Boakai now, whether that killer, that criminal, you the best. So these people, their mindset will never change. So for them, it's all about greed. It was all about removing President John Weah so that they can come to do their own. But that's beside the point. Let me say something about Mr. Cummings. I've never been in Mr. Cummings' house. I don't know the day they show Mr. Cummings mansion he got in Georgia. I don't know what they will do. I've said this before and I will say it again. Alexander Benedict Cummings that big ball out of Liberian politics, in Liberian politics, he will remain big ball till he will not time to leave this earth. He has made his name. There is nothing you can do to change it. And like you were saying, Liberians should aspire. Liberian young people should aspire to be even half of what Mr. Cummings achieved in the world. Let's get the honest. The same way how we encourage football players to aspire to be George Weah in Africa and in the world. All Liberian football players should aspire to be that. Let's give credit to what he's due. You don't have to support him, but the man has all right to be chilling. The car that Mr. Cummings was driving, we call the price here. Some people were checking, go research the price.
So Steve, not to cut you off, maybe what's going on? You guys with your news thing. So we're going to continue with the show because the news.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so you people can continue with the show because it's almost 7 o'clock and we're going for the news bulletin. And
all right, so just right after the news.
Yes, I will join you people.
All right.
So, Mr. Kane, Mr. Cummings that B-ball, that B-ball 100 times, Joe Weah and Joseph Boakai. I will say again, Mr. Cummings that even by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Mr. Cummings that B-ball. Let me say again, all your presidents and your high in that country, Mr. Cummings that B-ball by all of them. the connection, the influence that Mr. Cummings has. Let me tell you today. You know, it's just that when you humble, you humble. Mr. Cummings is not a show off person. He's not a man that will pass around and be flamboyant. But if there's somebody who was flamboyant, even a Dr. Cassette, the late Dr. Cassette, who was fighting behind one helicopter to leave Earth, Mr. Cummings can order a couple of helicopters in that country. Not even helicopters there. More than helicopters. So those things where I can be talking, he's not interested in that. Even let me tell you today, I even tried to research and find out behind that car business how it came about. Did you know that he never even expected that thing to come on Facebook? The man who show wanted a car, just wanted a car that he just went to hang out with. And you know when he take baby girl us out, and you know baby girl in the front is chilling. The man just take baby girl us out, to just go chill. The Jackie, the day you take picture in your compound. Then maybe some of you, I don't know what I will do. I don't know what I will do.
But Steve,
you're talking about b-boy and you want me
to see the man who the apartment complex the man have in Liberia?
Mr.
When the camera went in there?
Mr. Kane.
So my question to you, why Liberian people don't like good people?
Let me make a statement that I will leave you for a few seconds. I will be right back. Let me make a statement.
We're going to talk about the other thing in the Prince Johnson.
Well, I'm coming back for it.
The bill that is passed, by the United States Congress.
I'll be right back for it, but let me make a statement.
How they're going to be arresting corrupt people there, corrupt leaders there in Africa and to include Liberia. So it looks like they're about to go capture Prince Johnson now.
So we'll talk about that on the radio, but Mr. Kane, let me make a statement. Let me make a statement.
Our Prince Johnson call your name specifically on SKTV.
Few months back, I visited Atlanta, Georgia on some kind of trip. And like I said, I've never been in Mr. Cummings' house. I drove around his area and I saw his compound for the very first time. Let me say this, my people. Let me say this to the Liberian people. No, when you be boy in a country and you don't see the rich people who get money, and you see them how they can wear even Donga flat t-shirt, they get time to show up. They get time to wear pull all the border when you see passing around trying to flex. What Joseph Bogdan taking corrupt money and from spent on and passing around here and wearing suit there, what spent on and bar for him? When you really work for your own money, you earn it, you get nothing to prove to anybody. I passed by that house and somebody told me that this is Mr. Cummings' mansion. I passed by that place. I said, the guy, naturally, Mr. Cummings is humble. Naturally, his nature. Very, very humble. They will put all jokers out. That thing was you don't want to pass him back. That thing was you don't want to add it. Maybe some of you who waiting on Facebook are coming in to call you to just be horse boy in your house or just be security to the door. So you can understand, like, you don't feel lazy. You're not feel lazy. But again, I'm glad that Mr. Cummings has opened up that he will come. This is who he is. And the day Mr. Cummings declared, imagine Mr. Cummings has declared, we are fire up like this, some of us. The day Mr. Cummings declared, me say to you, I will support Mr. Cummings holistically and bigly too. But I'll be right back.
You'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. Me and Mom, we here.
Yeah.
So, Mom. So, when Steve comes and when we go back on the radio, we're going to start the other segment of our conversation. And that has to do with the bill that was just passed by the United States of America, the Congress, that has to do with the United States prosecuting. Mong, something happened yesterday. You made mention of something, but didn't actually capture it. About United States going beyond mere sanction now. And this is plenty of money. And the money that we're talking about here is part of the defense spending bill. And in America here, when they approve anything, once Congress approve it, whether they're different president, the Democrat, or the Republican, they will use that money for that purpose. But anyway, before we go to that, do you think Joseph Boakai and his people will be open to inviting Mr. Cummings to help them?
Well, it's a tough one, but I expect them to do so because that would be a good thing for Mr. Barker himself. You know, sometimes in politics we can play the rivalry, the supporters, but the political leader themselves, they cannot be as loggerhead as we expect them or we think that they are. Maybe some people in the Unity Party won't like the idea of Mr. Cummings working with Barker, but it will be a good thing for Mr. Barker. Look, when you're the president, the whole thing about the office of the president, it does not mean you know everything. It's all about making better decisions and leveraging people with ideas to give you results. That's what the presidency is all about. And we keep telling folks when it comes to the presidency, it's the most difficult job on the planet. So you want to bring people on your team that are strong. Now we see you can elect Madame Sally or hate her. The one thing Madame Sally did, she brought competent people, especially for her first 6 years. She went for the best of the best. Maybe the second 10, they got their photo of the pedal, but from the first 10, how all the initiatives were signed all into laws, the procurement law, whether they were bringing investors to the country, she did the best. She did her utmost best in bringing the best people. And that's what Baga need. You need people that can help you. You need people that you can leverage their expertise to give you results. Baga is going to inherit a deeper economic problem. And who more way you want to talk to on that issue when it comes to whether it's job, whether it's reaching out to international partners and donors to see if he can get support. Who you want to talk to? You got to call Cummings. That's just the reality of the game. He's already the president. It's the goal for him to succeed because we know the country is counting on him. There are millions of people whose life depends on the presidency. So we cannot say, oh, because we support one candidate, so we want for Boakai to succeed. And in order for Boakai to succeed, he should also incorporate people with expertise, people that can bring something to the table to help him succeed.
Yeah, but I'm speaking about the willingness from the from Boakai and Boakai surrounding to incorporate other people, to encourage other people to come. People like Mr. Cummings, who many of them up to now they can't just stomach,
Yeah, the idea.
The idea that Mr. Cummings is even running for president.
Yes.
I mean, even after winning.
Yes, still.
I mean, I just can't process. I'm hoping that this mindset is only limited to the little one then on social media. This should not be the mindset of Boakai and key decision maker within Boakai surrounding. That even after winning, you stay behaving like a sole loser.
Yep.
I've never seen this in my life.
Yep, you hope so. It's not at the top. You hope it's at the minions at the bottom, so it does not trigger. It have that trigger effect.
Yeah.
Because you see, a friend of mine called me before. He said it. He said, "Cyrus, one of the major problems, one of the fundamental problems we face in Liberia." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You cannot separate the educated from the uneducated." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Because the decision. Just look at the decision making. The average person how they make decision, and that's the truth. You look at guys that you're supposed to know better, that knows the kind of challenges the country is faced with, but they play politics, they forget the country, and they focus on individual. Why would you want to be antagonistic to a guy like Cummings? Most especially being the kind of a dire situation where you are about to inherit some huge economic difficulties and challenges in the country. You want to bring people on board. You don't have to necessarily agree with it on politics, but for the sake of the country, you must do that. And you said it right. I just hope it doesn't trickle up to the top, because if those sentiments, if the viewpoint of those at the lower part of the spectrum, if they cannot make an impact on decision making of Joseph Boakai, then we'll say, okay, Liberia is in a better position because we could care less about that sentiment. But if it's coming from the top, then we are in the long run. We are in the tough one for sure. I just don't want it to go into the top, whether it's from Joseph Boakai or people within the circle of Joseph Boakai. If they hold those view, that negative view about people that are successful, about people that can help the country, then the next 6 years is going to be a bumpy ride. I can assure it. The voters.
So again, while we are waiting to go on the radio, just in case you missed it yesterday, Prince Johnson, the senator the senior senator of Nima County, threatened the SKTV. And he was very, very clear. He said they will close us. They will close us down. If we don't believe it, we should wait and see after the inauguration. So, Prince Johnson's statement, people are not taking it lightly, and SKTV is not taking it lightly. We've been going through some consultation. We've been listening to people, and people have been making recommendations. Prince Johnson, knowing who he is, being a rebel leader, a killer, a vampire who stayed thirsty for human blood, who himself stated during this just in the campaign that he is a rebel. He said that people are afraid of him because he's a rebel. He said people don't want to see him close to power because he is a former rebel leader. So Prince Johnson is not a stranger to anybody in Liberia. Everybody know that Prince Johnson is a loose talker. He said things, the country is mine. And he always has something we call loose mouth. Prince Johnson will say anything that is being discussed behind the scene. He's always the first to say it. So for Prince Johnson to say that they will close SKTV down, we should wait until the inauguration. It means that this is something that's been discussed. It's something that is in the making. So since yesterday, we have not heard anything from the incoming Unity Party, from Joseph Boakai people, whether condemning or distancing themselves from that. So to all our followers and viewers and well-wishers, SKTV is under attack. We are under threat. And somebody are even saying that SKTV will not receive accreditation, will not be accredited under Boakai government because they want us to be praise-singing for them. We have not said anything. We have not done anything just by criticizing their lack of transparency and accountability, their lack of honesty. Just because the fact that we did that, now we have been subjected to attack and threat. So, Monk, before we even got to the radio, but got back to the radio, do you think Prince Johnson and Joseph Boakai people then will get along? You think they will allow Prince Johnson to continue to do what he's doing and what he did during the campaign, being the first to run his mouth about anything and everything? And can they do anything about it at all?
They can do something about it. It's Joseph Boakai that was elected president. Jeremiah Cummings is vice president. But we just know from a political standpoint that Prince Johnson will also be a de facto president. But they can stay control. The presidency is all about control as well. It's about the people. It's not only about expectations, but the people that are within your circle and how you can manage those people that are in your circle. So Prince Johnson will be allowed to run a mock if Joseph Boakai could just sit there. But if Joseph Boakai put his foot down, he can limit Prince Johnson. He can limit his speeches or the statement he's going to make, especially when it comes to national security and trade and other important things affecting the government. He could put his foot down, It all depends. The people, that's why you got PR team, that's why you got people working in the office. Look, the way people see this presidency is not how it is. It's all about you making the decision and taking the lead, and other people will follow. You got able-bodied lieutenants that are there. You got PRO people that are there. They can put their foot down and be like, Mr. Johnson, you know what? In as much as we solicited your support to get this job, you are never the one voted for president. We're going to keep you quiet. You ought to stay quiet. You are not a president, constitutionally or vice president, to be making any kind of a statement. You are a lawmaker. You're in the Senate. You can go and argue about bills, but when it comes to the critical national issue based on your past, we won't allow you to be making statements on issue of such magnitude. But it's up to them. Everything. That's why I keep telling people I will go on the opposite side of Joseph Boaga and force him to do from my own expectation and see if he can do things that we want him to do. I will not say Joseph Boaga will do. I will say he will not do it. I won't see him doing it because I know if he go about and execute these things, it's a country that is going to benefit. It's a vast majority of Liberians are going to benefit. So for now, I'm on the default side of everything. I know Joseph Boaga won't do it because I want to see him doing it. So I will take the opposite side because with that, maybe people listen to SKTV, a lot of lawmakers listen to SKTV, prominent people listen to SKTV. Maybe with this approach, it will force him to do something. Just like the way they brought him outside after 11 or 12 days. It was the same SKTV. You see, when people, I keep saying it on the show all the time, when people pay attention to the bigger picture, they will be able to see things that is right or things that are right. But unfortunately, our people are so bored. Some things are just not politics because it affects every Liberian. Whether even the Unity Party, whether even the ANC or Liberty Party, there are certain issues that transcend political party. So when it comes to threatening media houses and journalists, no, it's not restricted to SKTV. It's the entire media landscape. And there's now a precedent to set for, especially for a man like Joseph Boaga that people respect, being an elderly president. See, the thing about Joseph Boaga presidency.
96.1.
Hold on, John.
Continuing with the program.
Okay,
I think on tonight, right here on Truth FM. Sekou, Bizina Monk, we are back after the news bulletin.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mabel, and thank you very much. You came on when we were.
Sekou, Bizina Monk, I don't know, yeah.
Mabel, can you hear us? We can hear you. You're loud and clear.
I don't know what is the internet.
Mabel, maybe you need to put your stuff on. We can hear you.
Yeah. But I don't know whether you're getting me or Bizina Monk. Any of you getting me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Maybe you need to turn your microphone on, Mabel. We good.
Okay, let me see. Oh,
yeah, you cannot mute me.
Yes, go ahead. I get it now.
So it's you. It's not the system. You forget to do certain things.
Yeah.
Every time you come back, you got to go back to do those things.
Yeah, with the issue of threat now, sometimes, don't worry. Yeah, because this morning I received a message this morning. I laugh, So go ahead.
Brazilian Monk was expanding on the same threat we're talking about. But we don't know whether or not Joseph Boaga and people then will sit by supposedly and do nothing and allow Prince Johnson to threaten everybody or to do whatever he wants to do in the government. And in fact, Prince Johnson is not a member of any executive. Prince Johnson is a senator. Why should they allow Prince Johnson to be the one, running his mouth and, threatening people and they say nothing about it? So, Monk, go ahead and conclude what you were saying before we.
I was saying something, Segu. In Africa, we come from a traditional society. We give special credence and respect to older people when it comes to age. And that's one of the things that will be a challenge for Joseph Boaga. He's an elderly person. So people expect him to make better decisions. The thing is, you cannot control what Prince Johnson will say, but the way how you will react to what he will say, that's what will keep him in check. I don't expect Joseph Boaga to go to plenty and poke lock on his mouth to not talk. He will say a lot of crazy stuff. But the question is, how do you react to statement that Prince Johnson will be making in the future, especially knowing fully well that he's closer to the presidency by virtue of Jeremiah Kong? That's what we'll be looking at. And it's the same thing that happened. It's one of my fear about the Boaga presidency because Joseph Boaga have built himself the reputation of somebody who does not speak on critical national issue. And you can attest to that. Whether it was the CPP, whether it was for the COP protest, when it comes to critical national issue as an opposition, being the number one opposition at the time, Joseph Boaga barely said anything on almost everything in Liberian politics. So I don't expect that to change under his presidency either. That's my fear. But who knows? Maybe he might turn the switch. He might flip the switch and do something different now that he's the commander-in-chief. But Prince Johnson should be kept in check. I hope so as well.
So, speaking of Prince Johnson And Prince Johnson being one of those people that were sanctioned by the United States government. And for him, he was sanctioned for corruption and so human rights violations. Now, they say Congress passes a landmark law to criminally prosecute.
Yeah, where I was coming to kind of ask you. Thank God that you're bringing it out. Yes.
Yeah, that was going to be our second segment topic, in this, because we want to make sure we're on the radio so that people can understand exactly what it means and what these things are all about. So Congress passes landmark. Oh, hold on one second.
All right, Chief FM.
Steve, I think Steve is here.
All right, so yes.
Steve. So we're about to get to this whole Congress thing, and I don't know if you have the article to read it. I want you to read it so we can expand on it while we were on the radio in Liberia. And what it means, the likes of Prince Johnson, all the criminals who are being, accused of corruption and human rights violations. Now McGill, what's his name? Siri Allen said, sanction means nothing. Being sanctioned in Liberia is nothing. But now that America is saying that,
yes,
I
have the article here. Let me get to it really quick. Let me read it really quick. For all I care, Siri Allen, Prince Johnson, all of them are rebels. They're not serious-minded people. They send their children there abroad to come and study or to live good life, while the typical people suffer and die. They're suffering masses. So Siri Allen need to go sit down somewhere. He's a rebel as well. So he need to have it quiet. When serious-minded people are discussing serious things. He's just trying to bring himself in the picture and still continue to be relevant or whatever it is. Siri Allen is not a serious man. In fact, Siri Allen got his children here because he has children with young. So he needs to shut him off. He not know when he's talking. But anyway, let's get to the issue. Siri Allen is very important. Let's get to Prince Johnson and let's get to what's at hand. We said the other time, Vice President-elect Jeremiah Cummings, we read the article here that prompted Prince Johnson to go to the church and talk foolishness with confidence in the house of God. Prince Johnson, as a reminder, just for the record, he's a stone cold killer, a liar, and a deceptive man. Yet the people of Nima country, he continues to exploit them. He enjoys the support of the people of Nima country at large. But let's get to it. Transparency International indicted three people. Samuel Ino. The one you can call Pastor Samuel Ino. I don't call him Pastor. He's a crook, he's a liar, and he's an indictee by Transparency International. So Transparency International and the U.S. Congress passed a landmark law to criminally, you're listening to it, to criminally prosecute foreign leaders. You're here, to criminally prosecute foreign leaders. But this came out on the 14th. This was published, the statement was published to the world on the 14th. Before we read part of this statement, look at what it says here. Quote, the most important foreign bribery law in half of a century empowers the U.S. government to prosecute foreign officials who demand or receive bribes from Americans. You're listening to this,
Oh.
Mr. Kale, let me read it again. Because our border, and remember when we read Prince Johnson on a reason for which they sanctioned him, in Prince Johnson sanction, the reason for which they sanctioned him, they said Prince Johnson took millions for pay to play. So Prince Johnson took bribes. But let me read it one again. The most important foreign bribery law in half a century empowers the U.S. government to prosecute foreign officials who demand or receives bribes from Americans. You're listening to this. Because this put into context part of the reason for which Samuel 12 also was censured. So we're getting there more. We're getting there. So it reads, a statement from Transparency International USA, December 14, 2023. So that's 4 days ago, this came out. Today, the U.S. Congress approved the Foreign Extortion Prevention Act, or the FEPA, as part of the annual defense spending bill known as the National Defense Authorization Act, or the NDAA. The FEPA would make it a crime, for foreign officials, including any employee of a foreign government or current or former senior official of a foreign government, executive, legislature, judiciary, or military branch, or any immediate member or close associate thereof, to demand or accept bribes from an American or American company or from any person while in the territory of the United States in connection with obtaining or retaining businesses. Let me go back. So this particular bill, they say, let me tell you the people who they say, the people who they will be able to come and prosecute is the judge of defense on Nathaniel Manuel and Joey Adams say they can prosecute them. My people, they say, what are you government official? What are you former government official? What are you senior government official? What are you in the legislature? What are you in the judicial branch of government? Or you in the military? Or your family member there? Or people who are connected to you, that means your godparent, your godman, they will be able to arrest them. And what is the particular thing say? But let's read it back. Let's go further. Transparency International helped craft the law that led to, you're listening to this, this one is important, that led the bipartisan. Anytime they say bipartisan to my woman who all the way over there in popular who and Bola who, when they say bipartisan, it means both the opposition and the ruling party, they agree. So that means Republican and Democrat agree for this particular law, this particular bill. Both bipartisan civil society campaign in support of it, along with the TIUS FEPA is supported by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation for Defense of Democracy Action, Citizen Responsible and Ethics in Washington, and Board of Coalition of Society organizations that work to promote transparency and accountability in government. FEPA also reflects on commitment made by the Biden administration to work with commerce, you're listening to this part, to criminalize and demand size of the foreign bribery. So I will skip down a little bit just for time's sake.
I mean, I think it's so be given and using simple English. I think we're supposed to be reading and Steve with just break it down for our old man in the interior because he's very good at it.
So Monk, if you got it open, can you please read the part that says today the government comes so I can interpret from my old man in Coco. We got to do it in Coco.
That's the point.
I mean, where you at? I'm not.
Because Steve is moving with speed, and the people they may not be able to grab.
Okay, yes, I think we're on
the information. They are good information for our people, so they got to understand. Because when you better explain to them, then they will understand that yes, I think this is 200%.
So read that paragraph on Scott. I beg you.
Scott Gretak, Director of Advocacy of the TIUS, said the following on the passage of FIPA. He said today the United States government comes with critical steps closer to providing real justice for victims of corruption around the world. The FEP is a landmark bipartisan laws that hold the potential to help root out foreign corruption at its source. It is arguably the most sweeping and consequential foreign power in almost half a century. People living in more than 120 countries.
Hold on, you're running. My people, the other part of the news here, they say all the things what the American government are doing, that the best thing they not do, so that all the criminals then who can take bribe, all the people then who can collect money, pay money from the American government, steal from the country, when the American people send money to the government, they can feed it, they can bribe like Nathaniel McGill, like what he mean, what they mean, Prince Johnson, like Vanny Shemo, and like Bill Twaway, Thomas, Serena Seafor, all those criminals. Then they say the American people now say if the government say they will not prosecute them, the American people say we can't prosecute them. That's really all.
Next.
Steve, that beating you talking about?
It said people living in more than 120 countries face serious corruption problems according to Transparency International's annual or perception index. Many are governed by kleptocracies, while corrupt government officials routinely steal resources from their own citizens with impunity.
Thank you. Hold on. You remember when the congressman came out and said the Georgia government was cryptocratic? What it means they are corrupt. They can see that social road. They're not serious. That's what it means. It means they've been stealing your money, yeah. And they're saying now that they're not going to allow them anymore. So if, let's say, Joseph Boaga can, the one not saying he must prosecute Prince Johnson there, and he say he will not do it, the American people say will take action. And if Joseph Boaga don't put a letter together, they will take action on him too. Move on.
Okay. The next paragraph. It said the FEPA has a potential to disrupt these dynamics by empowering the U.S. government to criminally prosecute any foreign official who demand or accept a bribe from an American company anywhere in the world. You want me to stop there?
Hold on. For American company, my people, the Nathaniel McGill, the people who they sanction, is because American people say. They get record on them that they pay bribe, yeah. Samuel 12, for example, he making people money. That is somebody calling me, that's why I had to cancel Mr. Kane.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody was calling me, I had to cancel the call.
Yeah.
So I'm saying they say they will come for all those criminals there and prosecute them. All the people that take money from the American government or the American company there. So that is there. Go ahead.
And yes, the most important part, because they were talking about travel restriction. There's the most important part of this particular article. It's a current U.S. law makes it the crime for an American company to offer bribe to a foreign official, yet does nothing to punish a foreign official who demands to accept such a bribe. And research shows that the vast majority of bribe demanding foreign officials are never criminally prosecuted by the U.S. government. So this time around, that thing that they can just put sanction you and let you to go scot-free, no, it's over with. That's what it means. But you pull in simple English, my man.
So, my people, they say
that's right way now.
They say that thing was about TA, that thing was Samuel 12, that thing was Jefferson Koji, Prince Johnson, they've been passing around, and the American people lie on all, and there is nothing, they can't sanction, can't do nothing. One Nathaniel McGill and what the other one for Mark B there, for Kakatan there, what he mean? And my look where them passing around and talking, the people say, the men stole. Well, they not do nothing about it, but they stand and they people that they putting us out now. They coming to make sure that if the Liberian government say they will not prosecute them, they themselves will prosecute them. They themselves will make sure they hold them accountable. So my people, you don't be afraid. When you see them, for them roll. Don't be afraid.
So Steve Mayborn and Brazilian Monk, you know, listening to that reading.
But let me just finish a second because the next statement is even bigger.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I guess there were two paragraphs and that's it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. It said, when these corrupt officials face little threat of prosecution by either their home government or the United States government, while U.S. companies face serious criminal liability for their involvement in such scheme, we are left with incomplete justice. So in other words, the American government is saying we can prosecute the American corporation, but the people that initiated the bribe or will walk scot-free, it's not going to happen this time around. So they say, while the U.S. company face serious liability for their involvement in such scheme, we are left with an incomplete justice. It is time for the United States to impose a cost on those who would threaten America's safety and livelihood with bribe demands. The FEPA will create a powerful new tool for fighting foreign corruption at its source and for protecting American businesses working abroad. We strongly encourage President Biden to sign FIPA into law as soon as possible. And we commend Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Republican Sheila Jackson Lee, Representative Joe Wilson, Tom Tillis, Helsinki Commission, and their prospective staff for the leadership and dedication of this transformative law. That's it. Then you guys can continue from there.
So they say in the 1 year, they finish passing the law in the legislature. That means the House of Representatives and the Senator, they finish agreeing to that law. The only person that I need to sign it for them to start coming after the criminal then. And the criminal then, let me need it again. Prince Johnson, he is number 1 on the list. Vanny Sherman, number 2 on the list. Nathaniel McGill, number 3 on the list. Emmanuel Nukwe, number 4 on the list. Bill Twale, number 5 on the list. Serena Sipa, number 6 on the list. Samuel Tue, number 7 on the list. And our people, Jefferson Cody, is number 8 on the list. They will make sure Joe Biden sign that law. Joe Biden could sign that law today. So that means more likely so Joe Biden will sign that law before Joseph Boakai is inaugurated. So I'm not saying you might not be passing around Joseph Boakai in Rhode Island and be waiting for, but they say if Joseph Boakai refuses to prosecute them, the American government will prosecute them because we tired now for sending our taxpayer money over there. And you're taking, you'll be writing BB card and you'll be passing around your car on radio, you're going to check, and you're threatening the Liberian people. So, Mr. Prince Johnson, a wish to you. Say what are you?
No, let end the reading. Finish the reading.
Oh no, that's almost it.
I think that's the major one that
nothing else. The other one, I get a bunch of links, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of, I want to say thank you to Monk for reading it the way you did, and thank you to Steve too for actually putting it in simplest way possible, putting it in a simple English or the way we can understand it in Liberia. So, speaking of being criminal, people who are criminally indicted and now being prosecuted by the United States government, when the issue of Prince Johnson came up, when the article came up, I want to talk about Prince Johnson because the likes of Prince Johnson are talking in Liberia because of lack of, the willingness,
leadership vacuum,
from the people to prosecute them for crime they committed. Now, America is saying that they're going to be prosecuting people now, foreign government officials now who commit crime. And Prince Johnson a more than just bribery and pay to play. Prince Johnson is accused of killing 3 American people. They call them the monk. The 3 American monk that Prince Johnson allegedly killed, American people want to prosecute him. So when the article came out that time, they said the former chief prosecutor for the United Nations back special court in Sierra Leone, that Alan White has confirmed that the leader of the disbanded rebel Independent National Patriotic Front of Liberia, Senator Prince Yomi Johnson, is being investigated for war crime and crime against humanity. So that one is the biggest one. This goes beyond United States. We are accused of war crime and crime against humanity. Not only to be arrested to bring you to America, but to be arrested to take you to The Hague. And there where Prince Johnson is going. All the fight Prince Johnson being fighting, all the attack being attacking, all the support being supporting all these governments, helping people to become president, he's been doing it for his own protection. So since The government, American government now is opening, open now to not only sanctioning people, but American government, the Congress now approved the government to go and arrest people in their own country for committing crime. So there's no more safe haven for the likes of Prince Johnson. Because the people that just committed crime, that stole money, that engaged in corruption with some American people, they're talking about Russian money. What about the man who killed American people, who is accused of killing American people? The American people said they're not going to let it go. So Prince Johnson could be arrested right there on the at the Capitol Hill, or maybe he will run away. You go to Nimba, go cash himself somewhere there. You can stay arresting from there. I don't want the people to understand that the anger you are seeing in Prince Johnson right now is not because of SKTV has done anything extraordinary. We've been reporting on them. Prince Johnson knows where it's coming for them. And by the way, the recording of Prince Johnson, wherein he threatened the SKTV, we already sent it.
Yep.
We told them that the man that you people are talking about here, the man is still threatening people in Liberia.
Yeah.
The man is still against the democratic tenets. The man is against anybody to move freely and speak freely. And the man stay, threatening to kill people. Even on the other video, what he said, he got 500 men in the ready. He can bring them, get them, Kinju. He will come and kill the Liberian people. We also send out a video too. So all the video then Prince Johnson being threatening the Liberian people lately. And the audio, what he said, that he didn't kill 3 people and he crippled the other one. We send out audio to the people then too. To prove that this guy is not only saying, but he's walking the walk. When you talk the talk, he's walking the walk. He's doing exactly what he threatened to do. We informed them that Prince Johnson is a killer. This is a guy who killed President Doe on camera. This is a guy who is threatening everybody who dare to talk about justice. Even when he attacked Dillon that time, when he said you're going to attack Dillon, you're going to do everything to Dillon, he also added that video there. For he said Dillon will talk about war crime. And the reason why Prince Johnson is the qualified candidate to attend the war crime court, called Prince Johnson, is accused of committing economic crime, war crime, and crime against humanity. So I just wanted to add that there. All the other people, they committed crime, but Prince Johnson one is the biggest one. So if Prince Johnson wants to continue to threaten SKTV, that's fine. We don't have a problem with it. We're going to be vigilant. We're going to look behind our back. We're going to make sure we pay attention. But Prince Johnson should just know that what is coming for him. And at this point, nobody can protect him. Because America say if Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun try to protect him, they will not do business with him. So, my Liberian people, justice is coming. Peace is coming. A better Liberia is very, very close to us. And to do it, you got to support the American approach. Whatever they are doing, they are not doing it just because of them. They are doing it because they want to see Liberia free. They want to see free press. They want to see freedom of movement. They want to see freedom of association. Freedom of anything you want to do.
Mr. Kane.
Yeah.
Let me ask something quick. Let me tell you, maybe you never heard it before. But I want to tell you, Joseph Boakai will willingly turn you over. Let me tell you today. Boakai will turn you over. Let me tell you why he will turn you over. No, we're not here to joke. You know, we tell you your own story premium. That thing what you're doing Liberia, what you're post here in people, you back at the wrong tree. Will not back down. Will not back down. You can go to the biggest role in the world. You not have nowhere to hide, my brother. You fall down inside. Let me tell you why. Joseph Baga will tell you all. And you play me, Joseph Baga to play me. By the time you know Joseph Baga that smooth coat for two. For the other warrior are supporting inside. Something Africa has reported. Let me read it to you so you can hear it. Because the thing we're talking here that they say when it happens, you will not be brave to come and get SKTV credit. But we now have a credit, then we get authority too. According to Friends for Africa, just listen to this. According to a well-placed source in the itinerary, President-elect Joseph Zuma Boakai meets with the Corporate Council of Africa, the CAA, sponsored program with U.S. business leader on Tuesday. He will also meet with the officials of the United States Department of Treasury. That Jesus said something Johnson in the United States Department. But let's move further because this is getting interesting. Both the U.S. Department of Treasury and the U.S. Department of State, they have been robust in combating corruption in Liberia, instituting sanctions and visa restrictions on several officials of the outgoing government. It is clear what the president-elect meeting. It is not clear what the president-elect meeting with these institutions will be centered around. But you hear this one. Also on Tuesday, that is part of interesting. Also on Tuesday, y'all remember the CDC-led government passed the Millennium Challenge? So they say on Tuesday, in that challenge, for what we have been hearing from sources, our sources on this side, they're saying to us that one of the demands of the American government will be, your unconfirmed report, that if Joseph Zuma Boakai agreed to prosecute Prince Johnson and the rest of these people and turn it over, the 500 million from the Millennium Challenge, they will give it to him. If you're thinking allowed, let me read it back. Also on Tuesday, Boakai is scheduled to meet with the chief executive official of the Millennium Challenge Corporation, Alice Albert. Liberia recently achieved a historic milestone in the 2024 MCC School Fiscal Year Report, surpassing expectations by 14 out of 20 indicators. The indicators cover various aspects. My people, you're going to tell your say, you fue where you fue, you man fue or ya, upa uja ya.
What happened? We're not hearing you anymore. So,
can we?
Maybe you want to take some calls in Liberia?
Yes, I think the topic is so interesting. So I think maybe after 1 or 2 days we got to bring it back for
for deep dive.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. 077-833-9682. That's the number to call. 077-833-9682. Why you make of the discussion ongoing, especially with the new law that has been passed by the U.S. government to persecute or people who be corrupt human rights violators outside of their country or outside of America. In fact, they will be. I'm even thinking about asking Monk and other second one question, but I'll be able to go through the caller and interact with our people. To this caller, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, Chief. How you doing? Your name and from where, John? Go ahead. Okay, go ahead from Bapolu County.
Yeah, thank you very much for the topic of discussion on the hearing. Where the Liberians, I think we're getting there. And we are very well happy of the information we're getting from the American people. They're getting at the same for us because when they not do that, even their incoming government official, they will get in the same shoe.
There'll be a lot of corruption, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. There'll be a lot of corruption, and if they don't do all of these things that they are doing now, to this caller, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
Good evening to Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one, I join you from District 6.
Emmanuel, Congress passes of the law enabling U.S. government to prosecute foreign corrupt officials?
Basically, I follow both of your talking points, but there is something you said impacting about intellectual I did not got you clear. You can repeat that for me, please.
Samuel and I think
let me repeat it quick. Samuel Enos, Sir Joseph,
listen.
and Samuel Enos, Sir Joseph, Samuel Enos, Sir Joseph, and the president-elect Jeremiah Kuhn.
The vice president-elect, Steve. Vice president-elect.
Vice president-elect Jeremiah Kuhn. All three of them are indicted by Transparency International. The same people that revealed this bipartisan bill that was passed by the U.S. Congress. So Transparency International indicted those three people as criminals. In fact, they went as far as saying that Vice President-elect Jeremiah Kuhn stole $1 million United States dollars to put it in his hospital, the hospital that he get in Lima County. So
to clarify, let me clarify that part again.
Yes.
Transparency International, the branch in America, it's called Transparency International USA. That is one end that help to sponsor this bill that is passed. So if Transparency International consider Samuel Enos, Sir Joseph, and Jeremiah Kuhn, if they're indicted by Transparency International, then definitely they will be.
Then I mean, there's a trouble.
Yeah, it will be in trouble.
All right. So let me go to Brown Tate. Brown Tate, good evening.
And President-elect Barack will turn both two of them over.
Yeah, Chief, go ahead.
The bill, the bipartisan bill that passed, many people, Joe Biden, I feel as a testament, for U.S. to exonerate themselves by not accusing people and placing sanctions. And then the citizen will be asking, what are the evidence? For example, that kind of jail, they will probably, they find that they were sanctioned, citizen or women wanted them because they are saying that whether it is true that U.S. had evidence on them. So if U.S. can go to the extent, if the bill is signed by Joe Biden, it means that they can go to the extent to hold these people accountable, send them to court. If they are found guilty, then citizens will realize that what America was talking was not just air speculation. So I think that I see that bill, that put it, that kind of a bill were around the world, no people who they call it, and also, so popular among their own people. I think U.S. is trying to answer that question by that bill.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you so much, Brown Tate, one of our ardent listeners, always following this program. Let me go to this caller code, then we'll cross over to the team. Maybe take one or two, then we'll cross over to the team. Yeah, go ahead, good evening.
Good evening, Nepal, and how are you?
Yeah, Chief, we're great. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
Thank you. I'm Amos from Mauritius Farm. And thank you very much today for the topic on our discussion. This is a new Liberia, and we pray that, we all have been anticipating that this new Liberia will have been.
So that means freedom is coming.
Now, and it has come very close to us. Now, let us accept it, and let us have the American people to do their work, what they're supposed to do. We shouldn't say this is our brother, or this is our sister, or this is our uncle, or whosoever it may be.
All right, we shouldn't say this is our uncle, this is our relative, so let's allow the law to be the law. So this color quickly, good evening.
Good evening, SKTV, how you doing?
We're great, thank God. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
I'm Ellis Cody, I'm calling from Painesville. So, the thing about it is, we have not seen that Transparency International report, but it is difficult for one person, or single individual to get a budget pass with that kind of huge money that is being talked about, especially $1 million United States dollars. It's being insinuated that Vice President-elect Jeremiah Kuhn was able to put into the budget for his hospital. We are aware that there are two hospitals that we are talking about here. Honorable Enos Hospital, which treats children free of charge from 0 to 6 years old, and Honorable Jeremiah Kuhn built a 100-bedroom hospital in Lima County that he turned over to the government of Liberia. So saying that, Jeremiah Kuhn and Samuel Enos took money and put it into the account or the budget of the Republic of Liberia for their own aggrandizement U.S., that's something that needs thorough investigation.
All
I
right.
don't want to see the report coming from the U.S. government.
All right, thank you so much. So just take one more call, then we'll cross over because I think Sekou, Steve, and another more want to respond to Liberia. But I think the kind of topic we should give it more time so that Liberia and
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll continue with the topic tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll expound it.
Okay, thank you very much for the show. I also want to thank you to SKTV team from the US. Neighbor, I'm so much excited on the, I don't know how to explain this thing, right? But please, I want to find out something from Sekou Ghana and the rest of the team back there. How soon is America coming to our
Oh yeah, they got probably just you. The log will pass maybe after a few times before it will start coming.
Neighbor, for the very day the election was pronounced, we are continuing, right?
All right. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Also, you gotta be careful because when you hold rope will hold booch. So when grabbing somebody will be grabbing you. So let's call a good evening.
Good evening, Steven. Good evening, Sekou. This is Tosia Emmanuel on District 6. Thank you so much for the information. Like people and everybody has said. And the issue of budget and how it's been passed in the world, it has to do with consensus building. If you come in Liberia, if you see the kind of humanitarian work and marvelous work Honor is doing.
All right.
Yeah.
We don't got time for all of that thing, bro.
You're going to explain all along what you do.
Sekou, Steve,
you're going to explain how you
no time.
But my closest statement, I got to run. I got 2 more.
Yeah. So you need to clarify some things that you talk about.
First of all, let me say to my brothers who call from Liberia and everybody else who's listening, thank you for your concern. This is how it's supposed to be. Deny against anybody. What we are reporting here, the other brother that questioned the report from Transparency International, when push kind of short, Transparency International will provide their report along with their receipt of what happened. But this is what reported in the news, and the records are there. And it should be a good news for all of us that the U.S. is finally deciding to take action on these corrupt sanctioned officials along with people associated with them. But please, you don't get this wrong. They're not one person. So when you hold a rope, it will hold both. And that all Whipper will want. We just want it too. And Whipper will be happy with everybody. So you're telling your we not get problem with him, but
thank you. Sekou, we gotta go. Please, we have about 2 minutes to go.
All right. So Monk, you want to go before we leave the radio? Well, we're still going to be here though.
Yeah, we'll expound the topic tomorrow because
we'll expound on this thing tomorrow on the radio tomorrow again. But we are still here. We're still going to open the line in the United States and around the world. If you stay being Labrador, then follow us. You can still call in and ask your question or whatever thing you want to say. So I want to say thank you.
You check your inboxes, Sekou and what he means, and Monk. The most recent one about the meeting for Joseph Boakai tomorrow with all the BB people who can get Labrador money will be tomorrow. So I guess the play all about you really have
All right, thank you, Steve. We gotta leave. So thanks to all of you. Thank you so much. Even though I have a few questions, but I think we'll do that on tomorrow because I also think about the Interpol, how all of the arrests going to be done, and in fact, what would be some of the
we can expound it tomorrow because we don't have time on the radio.
Yes, indeed. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mabel. So, folks, you can keep your calls coming in from this end. If you are in the because we will not do justice if we don't take calls from the diaspora and around the world. So anywhere you are, call us. Tell us what you think about this information. These are very welcoming information to many Liberians, especially those who have been, craving for justice. We want to see justice in Liberia. We want to see justice established. We want to make sure that everybody who commits crime, be reprimanded. Liberians should be very happy to hear these kinds of news. And not only Liberia, any third world country or any country wherein government officials steal from their country. And again, something among what we await cause, something I want you to expound on a little bit. Imagine the United States government decide that we want to help Liberia. The three senators, Senator Kuhn, Senator Cory Booker, and the other senator, the last time congratulated Joseph Boakai and said, we welcome you, we congratulate you, we want to work with you, but our working with you will start with combating corruption. You think Joseph Boakai will let go Liberia interest and what can make him, successful as a president, just to protect the lives of Prince Johnson and other corrupt officials?
For me, I would say yes, because he's afraid of the opportunity. You see, the thing with Joseph Boakai or presidency comes with a blessing and a curse. There are certain advantages that play in his favor in terms of accountability. You're looking at the age factor, you're looking at the fact that he might not go at second term. But Joseph Boakai has the unique opportunity to establish a legacy for himself, especially with the expectation that people got about Joseph Boakai. Remember, they said he's been in the game for long and he's one of the most transparent person. So I can tell people at this stage, because of accountability, maybe accountability will even trump economic issues. Because people want to see people going to jail in Liberia. It's like our people have been abused so much, and these guys, they abuse us, work with impunity, that it to the point that people just want to see something being done. And it was one of the reasons they voted against George Weah, because the level of abuse they have never seen in any government from this Weah administration. Like, they make it to look so obvious, and people want for others to pay the ultimate price, and it will be on Joseph Boakai's lap. I don't think Joseph Boakai, knowing the fact that he always coming here, especially when it comes for his medical follow-up and treatment, why would he want to be in bad book with the American people looking at the time of his life? Joseph Boakai is in the twilight of his life. Why would you not want to do this? That would be the question. And for me, even though I remain optimistic, I know there are some things that he won't do, but on this particular issue, I don't want to believe that Boakai will defy the American government and side with those criminals. I don't want to think so. He will throw them under the bus. On this issue, on this particular issue, I will side with him. I think that would.
So you think with Transparency International USA being one of the brains behind this bill, if they can collaborate the information from Transparency International, where you have, Samuel Ernest and then what is his name out, Vice President-elect, being accused, being indicted by Transparency International. You think this could go beyond just Prince Johnson? It could be extended to the likes of, Sir Joseph and Jeremiah Kuhn and what's his name? The other guy, and Thomas Fallat, who was the leader.
That's a conundrum right there. When you read a statement in that press release, they talk about all three branches of government, present and past. Somebody asked me, Cyrus, yesterday, one of my big brothers said was discussing behind the scene. He was like, do you think this law is going to be retroactive? I say yes, because just looking at the English use in the publication, it's a current and past, and it's not restricted to all three branches of government. So more definitely they're going back as far as possible. And with the case in Liberia, it most of like we are just a step away from triggering, how they call it, a constitutional crisis, because we all know what happens in our legislature. We all know the games the guys play over there. And second, if you have been following, there is an ongoing war between Samuel Twer and Amara Connor. And since the news came out, people been having this kind of people are being triggered. People are uneasy with the situation because, the reason they passed the bill and the reason they called it a landmark legislation in 50 years is because it was backed by so many things. Whether it's not only Transparency International. I don't want for people to see it only Transparency International. The Citizen for Responsible Ethics in Washington. You got they tie it to the National Defense Authorization Act, You know that when you talk about national defense in America, you know it's a global thing, it's a big thing. So it's not only Transparency. Transparency International were actually the one that pushed for it, but other organizations, civil society also help push the particular landmark legislation. So it's bigger than what people think. Because the American people are like, you know what? We keep hearing you sanctioning officials all around the world, but you are like a dog that barks and never bites. We want to see you biting, because if you are depending on this local government around the world to implement those things, they will never do it. It's about time that we get that authority to be the one to make these arrests and go after people. Because if you are going after people, a guy like Syrian Ali will be talking nonsense. Because the idea, well, you know what? We can survive an American sanction. We don't need visa. We got money. We can live anywhere in the world. I can go to Dubai to go and shopping for my girlfriend. I can travel to Ghana. I can go anywhere around the world. But this time around, no. They're coming for you. So we want to see you biting. And that's what this legislation is all about. They are not only talking now, they are coming after people. And every Liberian should welcome this development, because if we are waiting for our own lawmakers to bring themselves to books, it will never happen. It will be the same old cycle being repeated. We want some dynamic shift in managing state resources. And now what happened in between Samuel Twain and Amara Conan? Samuel Twain took anyway, but you said we expound this tomorrow. So
yeah, we can expound on it tomorrow when we're on the radio.
Oh yeah, the one between Samuel Twain and Amara Conan is almost like World War III. It's not easy, back and forth.
So now the Liberians are actually, I think people already started calling. Hello. Hey.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm on the show.
You're live.
Yes. My name is Prince Masterboy, calling from Maryland.
Welcome.
Yes. Thank you very much. I called to contribute on the show. At least, thank you for picking my call. I'm happy that we're discussing this topic today. But one thing we have to be very careful, right? The Prince Johnson scenario is one of the cases that will be very difficult to prosecute. Prince Johnson was accused of pay to play. And pay to play is something that you got to prove that Prince Johnson received money for who. That's one of the difficulties that they have to prove that case. So we got to be very careful. If everybody trying to target Prince Johnson, it might be the only guy that walk away free, because the Bernie Sherman, the Samuel Twain, all of these guys, they were indications that they did X, Y, and Z. They have evidence. But Prince Johnson is paid to play. Paid to play got to be somebody get a bribe and somebody receive bribe. So, yeah, it's going to be really, really difficult for them to prove that. If it is from the Georgia or the N.A. Johnson government, it got to be either Madam Sadiq or giving bribe to Prince Johnson, which you don't want to hold that rope.
What about the allegation of killing the 3 nuns?
That's what the pension was about.
No. I mean, Prince Johnson being accused by American. No, that one got nothing to do with Manisky, but that's American people right to go and make arrest because of that. Okay. No. I mean, you are right. Let me agree with you a little bit. You are right to say the pay to play allegation. Somebody must pay,
yes,
and somebody must receive. And America will not openly accuse somebody of such without having proof. You live in America here. You know exactly. American government will not go and blindly accuse somebody without having something to prove. So I believe when we get to that point, a lot of people, we'll see a lot of things going on, because I can tell you this, they were very clear. They even said that Prince Johnson, the pay to play also include him offering people position, because what happened when you supported the people of the government and they would tell them, say, okay, we'll give you X and Y and Z ministries or deputy position. In giving those positions to people by Prince Johnson, he will ask them to pay him some money. and when they start receiving the salary, and they say they got proof on those things.
Yes, that's what we are saying right now, because that will also be established because Prince Johnson has a voting power.
Yeah, but you may understand the thing. If there was a mutual agreement wherein Prince Johnson people ask Prince Johnson for his support, Prince Johnson say, "Well, we'll give you support. I will support you, but we need certain amount of position in government." In as much as Prince Johnson is not the one making an appointment, but he the one to make the list or those to be appointed. And when they are appointed, once they can be established that they were quid pro quo or pay to play in the process, wherein Prince Johnson I think it can be established, but let's take the next caller, brother. So caller 4, hold on, 240 number, last 486396. Are you there?
Yes, hello, Sekou.
Yes, welcome to SKTV. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is UJ, and I'm calling from PA.
Go ahead, man.
Yes. You know what? I'm so happy. No matter, like when people, they don't know what they want, and they don't know what Prince Johnson, he been putting fear in people in Liberia. He just think he's some kind of giant, he gorilla that nobody can break in or make him. But what the people are saying, every Liberian should be happy. Prince Johnson is the cause of our mothers being dead in poverty. You hear? And today, American people say we will sanction them, not just sanction, but we will persecute them. So if you can remember, I will not take all your time. If you can remember one time, Costa had this guy, Charles Taylor's son, from BBC, and he was calling and he apologized. Oh, my people, let Liberian people forgive me. Today, where Charles Taylor went, if he in Liberia too, the same road that him monkey with him baboon. Charles Taylor brought war, he brought pain on the Liberian people. And today, he behind bar. The same way from day one, I've been praying for Prince Johnson, that they will arrest him and he will leave Liberia and we will breathe and we will have our life all over again. Our people, Prince Johnson made himself as if to say he's the God for Liberia.
Masita, thank you.
He's not.
Thank you so much.
So I just wanted to say that. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Prince Johnson will go down no matter what it is, because he's making them to be so afraid that if the war thing he did, he still won't do it. Prince Johnson will go down, and we will pray that they will arrest him. Thank you so much for your time.
For sure. Thank you so much. Let's go to the line here. This looks like overseas. Caller on the WhatsApp line. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Rice from India.
Rice joining from India?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Yes, sir. I called today because I heard you. I came in the middle of the discussion and I called it, but as I was listening, I think I followed up and I was trying to understand what you were trying to, what was the discussion today. And you know, I'm kind of a little bit excited, but I'm kind of disappointed also that Liberia as a nation, a sovereign nation, cannot stand up and prosecute its own criminals. And then we are calling on your show and be excited about this. I mean, I don't see the excitement in this. Like I'm ashamed. So even say that, oh yes, to call Liberia a sovereign nation, that Liberia will come on their own country and come and arrest people in our country. You see it?
It's not only limited to Liberia, though. It's everywhere around the world. You know, most of the third world countries, then they are like that.
Yeah,
the people,
120 countries.
The reason is because people who are supposed to be prosecuting themselves are criminals. So who's going to prosecute who? That's the problem. So they can be scared. The same thing happened. You know how Ellen became president? The final report of TRC and recommendation. You know what they say? People like Ellen are not going to run for anything. But guess what? Ellen would not have implemented TRC final report and recommendation because she will have indicted herself. So that's why there's a problem in Liberia. Many of the people that should be prosecuting, they're either close to power or they are in power. So they can't prosecute anything.
So we are basically trying to say that we citizens have powers to get in the streets or even ask for prosecution.
No, okay,
that's basically what we're saying.
Yeah.
You see that? Because you see people who are in government, they cannot prosecute themselves. Then the citizens are sitting there. I mean, like just sitting there and just doing nothing.
Yeah.
People to come on and do our own job for us.
Yeah, I mean that's the kind of country we have, my brother. Yeah, but thank you so much. Yeah. All right. So let's take another caller here. 9. Hold on 1 second. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, this looks like another overseas call. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Frank Gibson, call from Paris.
Frank Gibson from Paris. Go ahead. From India to Paris. Go ahead.
What do you have to be doing a Prince Johnson threatening you?
I don't know what's happening. Maybe they may just against us for reporting, the right information.
Coming for you, huh?
Yeah, we hear you. And what say you?
Liberia is an interesting country, Well, Prince Johnson, when all the insult and Marcos were going to Joey has more than other people, why he did not speak out?
Yeah, but SKTV is not even insulting anybody. We just bring the truth, bring the truth out.
The man said you insulted the Vice President Jeremiah Coon, so you can't after you left the inauguration.
Yeah, we know he insulted Jeremiah Coon.
You call your name Sheku Kenneth.
Yeah, he did. I listened to it. I got the video. All right, we shall see. Let's go to the line here. 470 number, last 4 digits 0900.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Kennedy. This is Steve.
Yeah, go ahead.
Great. Look, I've been listening to your program on and off, and find it sometimes interesting, sometimes very disenchanting. One of the things I was kind of taken aback because you've been emphasizing over the last several days on your program of the current newly elected president, or President-elect Mr. Joseph Baga, as being non-accountable and not transparent. And I don't see how you can come to those conclusions when Mr. Baga, in fact, having just been elected, hasn't obtained or taken over power, and just in the formidable stage of establishing his ascendancy to power, and you keep emphasizing that not transparent, and that you'll be there to asking tough questions and people threatening you and things of that nature. Now, I've made several comments on your platform. I don't know if you're reading my comments.
What is your name?
I was just prompted. My name is S. Olufumi Adams.
No, I never seen your comment. I don't know, but I don't go around looking for people comment. When I come across it, when I come across it, I can read some of them, but sometimes after the show I can see 1,000 comments. I have no time to read all of those comments, my brother. But go ahead.
I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm only trying to make a point.
Okay, go ahead, make your point.
I've written a couple articles, and a couple of things that I've always focused on is that in order for this government to be successful, they should focus on the rule of law. They should focus on merit for any position that are being appointed that they are appointing people to, and they should completely extricate themselves from things like patronage and cronyism.
All right, thank you.
So perhaps you should give the government a chance to see whether they take that stand. And we have
Okay.
to take that stance, no matter who Prince Johnson recommends. If they don't have the capability or don't have the intelligence or the ability to perform the job, then it will behoove the Senate to do the right thing, not to pass them for the position to be appointed for. And finally, one of the things that should be, I think, your platform and other platforms should be emphasizing, there's a lot of corrupt people that are given tenure positions. I think those tenure positions should be looked into. There should be the people credentials to be scrutinized, and if it's found to be fraudulent, they should be investigated and kicked out of those positions. We need a situation where people that are qualified, educated, and moreover committed to the development of this country to be in position of trust.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you for thank you very much.
All right. You know, on SKTV, we take our critics, we take our good people, bad people, everybody. You have the right to come in and say whatever you want to say. That's why we are SKTV. Caller, what is your name and where you calling from? 973, last 4 digits, 6494.
Sekou, how you doing this, T?
T, go ahead. How are you?
Sekou, first of all, I want to say thank you the other day they show about boycott. Don't mind no people. First of all, in America, anybody can wear Mediterranean uniform in this country, except in the original one. That fake thing where they're doing that to impress the people in Liberia, we all know. And number two, Prince Johnson don't have strength like before. I don't know what made the man think he can hold the country hostage. Okay, he's not the top dog no more. It's just like you said, if Joseph Waka really want to succeed, he should get the man out. Prince Johnson can't do nothing anymore. I don't know why the man just he can hold a dog hostage, you know. And another thing again, the last, Mr. Cummings worked too hard in order in this country. That's what I'm saying. Worked hard, playing hard. This man worked hard for his money. He came to this country, he went to school, he did what he had to do, raise school, whatever. He worked hard. Just because he win the presidency, he should enjoy his life. Just like when he didn't win 2017, that was causing the heart the pacemaker. But everybody not like that. Mr. Cummings learned to deal with stress. See that on the job you are doing, all the years you are working with a company you are working with, because all those things that are stress level in order to get to the position. Unfortunately, the man gotta live. He gotta enjoy his life and his money. His money with that support the whole country. So I don't want to talk about like people suffering, you driving car. They're not openly suffering like when people just about he left the country and came to America to use our healthcare here and left him in a mess. So to say this. Okay, so the Mr. Cummings car, I think we eat them up. Some of them, I can't call them name. One of them has spent them up and the other one in Minnesota.
No, don't talking about it personally on this platform. Don't do that.
I know that. But I can't call them name, but the one I will call them, where I will call them. Talking too.
Yeah, but you don't insult on the platform.
Some of our I respect that.
Thank you.
We who in this country, we who are children here, me personally, I want my children to thrive higher than I did and succeed better than me. So if I don't want Liberian people with that or consider Liberian, so be it.
Thank you.
They don't have to be Liberian. So the other people that want to give Mr. Cummings or whatever, take all your money and spend it because you want to be president. Liberians don't have to vote for Cummings. They can stay in a mess and continue to vote for broke people or continue to take that down. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to the line here. The next caller here is 484 number. Last 4 digit is 0102. 0102, are you there?
Yeah, Sekou, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Sekou, this is Prince PC Calon Jr., man. I call you from Texas.
Go ahead, my brother.
Sekou, I am so overjoyed right now.
Okay.
I comment on your post yesterday, right? So I'm one of the guys sitting over here in tears but overjoyed. Because I'm a living witness of Prince Johnson killing my older brother on Corway Bridge.
Wow.
I've called Sarah Star. In fact, last month, October, I was in Washington, D.C. for a State Department internship because I'm doing my master's in international affairs.
And I was opportune to meet with some senators and representatives we were working with. And I made my plea. I talked to some of them about the whole issue of, if we want to prosecute corrupt official in Liberia, the government is not going to do it. There should be a way that America can step in. And look, it's like my dream has come true, because look at this today. The horses have passed this bill, and now it left with the president of sign it so this bill can take effect. And the mistake our people is making back home, this is not only for Liberia, it's for the rest of the world. America is not passing a bill for Liberia. Yeah, we might be in the pipeline right now to get persecuting our official, but it's for the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And if you read through the bill, it says, if America is only persecuting the companies or people, that were corrupt, now America is persecuting their company while the corrupt official goes free. Liberia is not the only country that America has sanctioned, or people in Liberia is not the only country that America has sanctioned before. But you can see that the disrespect from our sanctions official towards the greatest country on earth, that should be a shame of our people.
Yeah.
And we should be ashamed of ourselves as a young generation that we cannot understand right now. Look at the generation right now, Sekou.
I want you to conclude so I can take the next caller, please.
Yeah, let me go quick. Young people sitting and talking about America should provide proof.
Yeah.
Do you see America as a country that would tell you that somebody steal money from them without a proof?
I know.
What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with our young people? We should just sit there and allow this thing to play. I mean, tears right now, and I'm so happy, man. Justice will be served. My brother didn't die on Conway Bridge. Quick doesn't even kill my brother for nothing. He will pay. He will pay one day.
Thank you, and thank you for being a follower of SKTV. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Sekou.
So yes, folks, this is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou, and as always, let's go to the line here. Take the next caller. Like we have always said, like us or hate us, even those that don't like SKTV, they respect us. They know we don't just talk about anything or everything. We don't just come out just spill false information or any make-up story. We don't do that. We go for the real story and we report it unfiltered. We don't go and talk about things just to appease, a handful of people. No, we don't do that. Call up again now. 2358. What is your name and where you calling from? 470 number. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Sekou.
Hey, how are you? And what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Nyepu. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Nyepu, go ahead.
So thank you for your show and the information that you are giving to the Liberian people. If the information is correct, we tell God thank you. And we really want Prince Johnson to be prosecuted because they fear the Liberian people are living into vote. It's not good for our democracy. In a sense that we witnessed the election, we saw how Nima County was terrified by voters. That a group of people couldn't go Nima to run campaign because of Prince Johnson's threat. So we pray and hope that this information is true, and we also pray that it comes to reality. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you very much. So, Monk, I don't know if you are there.
I'm here.
The reaction from the listeners from Liberia to the United States is overwhelming.
It's more than overwhelming, for sure. That's why we told them about SKTV. You cannot come here with your feelings and emotion. It's about what's happening. SKTV, like I keep saying all the time, will not change her business model for viewership, because that's why most of you guys run to the Vero platform. You want gossip. And people will not just bring on news because they want to increase their viewership or because they want to twist the fact in order to increase their rating and their views. No, it won't happen here. Nobody here is picking and choosing. We are not cherry picking. Everything we are doing here is in your collective interest of the country. There are certain things that transcend politics. Look, Prince Johnson facing the rule of law. It's now an ANC thing. It's now a Unity Party thing. It's a Liberia thing. Joseph Boaga Health is now a Unity Party thing. It's now a Liberty Party thing. It's a Liberian thing. But for you guys know you want to be so emotional, and that's not what we are here for. And Sekou keeps saying it. We don't come here, take our time every day to bring in news that you feel like hearing. No, that will not happen. We will go to where the news takes us. And these are some of the days we live for. And you guys are calling and you are all happy because you know it's in the best interest of the country.
Let's take the next caller here. I think this is a Brokeable Power. I'm not too sure. Caller 202 number. Last 4 digits. All right, Brokeable Power. Welcome to SKTV. What's going on?
Good evening. And good evening to everybody.
Good evening.
I wanted to know, I hear you saying they're going to prosecute those at the center, and also they will prosecute for Walker Code. How will they prosecute those people that they're not investigated?
They said they will investigate for prosecution. Prosecution doesn't just start like that. Prosecution starts from somewhere.
If the American government not prosecute and investigate them, how will they investigate them?
I didn't hear that. What was that again?
If the Liberian government not investigate them, how will they investigate them?
How? Were you listening to the bill they passed? They are saying those who committed crime, they sanction them, and they were involved in corruption with American, whether with the institution, whether they with government, whether with individuals, that they will prosecute corrupt government officials outside of the United States. So prosecution, let me tell you now, maybe you don't know the way prosecution works. When something happens, they will do initial investigation. When they do initial investigation, they will do fact finding. They will collaborate information. When they found out that there is something tangible to it, they will put all their facts together and they will indict you. Let me talk. When you are finished, I'll give you a chance and you talk. Because you acting like you don't know what's going on. You are afraid because CDC were indicted. You don't want CDC to be prosecuted. That is your problem. Yeah, but listen. I know your fear.
Okay,
But then why? No, I said I know your fear. Yeah, CDC.
You saw all those things that you discussed. You read everything about them. You go after them, and when you prosecute them, the prosecution was denied visa, and some of those.
No, denying visa is not prosecution, my man.
Yeah, like your restriction.
Denying visa is one of the action. Huh? Before America was not allowed to prosecute other people from other countries just like that. So now they just passed the law that the government can do it.
That's why I asked a simple question. How will they prosecute someone? Their own body that they did, sanctioning them, and also some of them that have.
They said that one not enough.
Yeah.
They say sanctioning them not enough. They want to do the right. Send your government, for example, now. Send your government refused to investigate and prosecute Maggie and now other guy, Prince Johnson, and all the other people there. I'm not saying that we are not going to sanction people anymore. We'll go ahead and prosecute them.
That's the English word. I don't use it in power. Because
bro, there are so many tools these people got.
I don't know if I can help you. Leverage them on talk something.
Breakable power. There are so many tools these people could leverage. The guy that disposal.
Breakable power.
No, I think I'm done.
I want you to listen. That won't help you because I can't help you. I tire.
The same question breakable power is asking. That's why they came with the landmark legislation to come after, because they know that your government, they are the same corrupt people that are in every institution in government. They won't prosecute themselves. And when you talk about how the American government and international organization got so many tools they can use at their disposal, whether it's Interpol, whether it's through their military, that's what they say. The National Defense Act, that's military, that's war. They could even use an incoming government. They could use economic packages to make sure that these guys are prosecuted and taken over. So they got a range of tools in the arsenal, or international relations arsenal that they can come against people. So you can be asking how they will do it. They know how they will do it. That's why for the first time they are
and when you say how, one of the how could be One of the how could be they could use Interpol to arrest any Oropode at any time. How about that? You know how President Noriega was arrested?
When last have you heard?
Okay.
Remember somebody and the person.
You haven't heard about it. It's gonna happen now. Because they were not allowed, it was not on the board, it was not part of their law to prosecute, but now they just passed the law. It's left with President Biden now to sign it. Amen. Okay. Okay.
People all the time in a war that we eat. In the country that is, the not even prosecuted.
Okay.
The law they said those people that got property here, remember, they will not come here. They will not even get a property.
Okay.
That's a prosecution like that.
Okay.
But if you tell me, say, the government in a country, if they not prosecute them, and maybe a prosecutor, then I have to ask you, how will they prosecute them?
Go ask the American people now. Go ask the state.
Yeah, I don't know how to address this issue.
I was saying the least so you can read and understand it, how they will do it, yeah?
Okay, I'm watching you, man.
Okay. Yeah, the guy in America, you still have that CDC mindset. Go and read. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, call on the WhatsApp line. This is the last caller. We got to go now. Caller, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mark from Sweden, Brother Seko.
Mike from Sweden. Man, today we got a lot of international callers, man.
Yeah, Brother Seko. I mean, thanks for the job to you and your team.
Thank you.
I mean, keeping the Liberian people informed. But something I want to contribute to, Brother Seko.
Sure.
The fight against corruption, we shall support, not only for Liberia, but across Africa. That is why Africa is in the, state of poverty that most African countries are in, okay? Mm-hmm. But when it comes to Liberia, we need to put some things to the spotlight. Number one, how did Liberia get to where it is today? Mm-hmm. For some people, they are young, they cannot remember the history. From the death of Talbot, the economic hitman killed Talbot, assassinated our president, and used Samuel Doe as a puppet. The same thing that happened to Samuel Doe. Who killed Samuel Doe? Prince Johnson. Who gave Prince Johnson the equipment that airlifted Prince Johnson to Central Monrovia? The same American government today airlifted Prince Johnson. Who brought Charles Taylor to Liberia? Charles Taylor was in Boston, federal prison. How did Charles Taylor escape federal prison and was never put on a wanted list? So America also is implicated in the mess that Liberia is in. She's not free of it. And people sit in America and believe that America cannot fabricate lies. Go listen to Mark Pompeo, how the CIA fabricates lies and implement people in lies. Go and listen to, may so rest in peace, Colin Powell, how the fabricates lied to invade Iraq that got Iraq messed up today. So America is not a holy country that people should get praised. She is also responsible for the death of thousands, hundreds of thousands of our people. Those are things we sometimes need to call America on. Today, America is giving tens of billions of dollars to hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine. How much have America given to Liberia for the reparation of, for how they call it, the infrastructure damage that Liberia going through today that the country cannot even just wake up from? It will take more than 50 years to put the infrastructure that we had under the Talbot government together. So America is not a sin that we should praise. But anyway, our government
let me ask you, my brother. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
I like your expose.
From the ANC, I put Mr. Cummings.
Yeah, I understand that we're really not talking political parties right now. We are talking about the development. So yes, I like your expose. I like your eloquence, but you are talking about trust in terms of information, in terms of reporting, in terms of decision making. America versus Liberia, American government versus Liberian government. Who do you trust the most?
I would side with,
we are speaking trust issue now. Who do you trust?
Yeah, when it comes to trust, the idea that Liberia government cannot take the responsibility for which the people empower them to perform. When it comes to our judicial system, which is a handicap, okay, a parasite institution. because the first branch of government does not support the judicial government. The first branch of government is another parasite. It's how do you call it? Intellectual handicap that cannot perform its own function that is written, that is supposed to abide by. Okay? So those are the people to be held responsible. So anything that is fabricated or that comes from outside, we will support it because our own people cannot do the job.
You know, you haven't answered my question, my brother.
Yeah, I know, right? I was just about to
Who
say
do you trust, Liberian government or American government?
when it comes to fabricating life.
That there is corruption in Liberia. What America say, we know that there's a lot of evidence that a lot of government officials they are corrupt. So America don't have to. If you say information,
Hey, my man, answer my question, my man. You started off very nicely, eloquently. So I'm asking you now. You can speak, you can answer my question, and then use a qualifier to defend your position. Who do you trust? Yeah, I am.
I'm saying that answer your question, but maybe you're not understanding.
I'm not understanding it because I want the viewership to understand too.
Yeah, but Sekou, we know that the evidence of corruption exists in Liberia.
Okay, but then what is the point? What is the point to distrust America when you yourself believe that the evidence are clear? Why are you preaching now of all to distrust America, distrust their judgment, distrust their decision making when in fact you yourself telling us that we should believe our eyes? So what is the point?
My point is, for example, right, while America sat there, when Samuel Tuer, we knew what happened, when Samuel Tuer was finance minister for 6 years, why they sat there, allowed Samuel Tuer until when the government was elected out, was voted out, why they sat there all the time? Samuel Tuer.
All right, let me say this to you. I'm not a policymaker or defender of America, but let me say this. Let me say this to you. There are a lot of things that we know that America couldn't have done in the midst of an election. America don't want to be seem like they are the one influencing the decision of the Liberian people. Whether Samuel Tuer, all the people that are sanctioning right now, especially most of the people that were expected to be sanctioned before, but that was last year. Now, had America gone ahead and sanctioned these people, the result of this election, people are going to say that America gave the election to Joseph Boakai because they put sanction on the men and just to cripple the government so that Joseph Boakai can win.
Thumb on the scale, yeah.
America does not work like that. America work in a profound way that people will have the same to blame. Also, when it comes to sanction or prosecution, it's a process. It's not an event. It takes time. They got information. No, I'm speaking not just to you, my brother. You know, when I'm speaking, I speak to the public. So not just to you. Because I want the people to be convinced to understand exactly the reason why I'm keeping you here. I want to have an intellectual conversation wherein our viewer can benefit. So America will not just get up because they hear say Samuel Tuer doing X, Y, and Z. Do you go and put sanction on him or arrest him or prosecute him? They will not do that. They will do their due diligence. They will follow the process. They will know exactly what's happening, how it's happening, and then they will go ahead and take action. So America's decision not to do it before the election, I think that was political, making sure that their action will not influence the decision of the Liberian people. So whether or not Jowiya was re-elected, everybody know that something was coming, for these people. Because you yourself, as Liberia, you just alluded to the fact that, yes, we are all aware of the corruption going on in Liberia. So the American people, they are aware.
I want to add up to what that caller said.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much, Bob. You can listen in. Mong want to say something. Go ahead.
The reason, you see, my brother, you can make the moral argument. Now you're talking about geopolitics that transcend Liberia. My brother, we all know America is not the most perfect country in the world, but it gets something called the greater good or the common good. We can all make this argument that, America got her own faults, she got her own lapses when it comes to morality. But one thing I want you to understand that there are certain things that are beyond your control. On the global chessboard, the power players are the ones that make the rules. Whether it's Russia, whether it's China, whether it's America, whether it's the how they call it NATO, these global power are the ones that call the shot. You made mention about Turbo. Turbo got involved into Cold War politics between two power at the time, the Soviet and the America. That's why he became victim. They knew why they took Chancellor from prison. So you can list everything you want.
Even Joe said, we don't go anything to America. We pay America debt. I cannot submit to America.
Yeah, I can submit to America. That was a matter of choice.
So
the matter is,
you have to know the history of our country. So so many things, you will not be surprised.
So the thing is, you're not gonna get justice on that because I just had the whole war place. The bigger boss calls the shot. If you fall within that dragnet, they will punish you. Whether you think that they are doing it morally or unethically, you are not the one to make that decision. So you should be happy that at least the vast majority of the Liberian people will be satisfied with this kind of a judgment as compared to questioning America's moral authority. Whether we like it or not, they are the USA. For now, they are the world governing power until it can change. That's just it. And so let me remind you, someone just sent cash about the one their name kept on cover for now. So she said you should check the cash. She just messaged me. So
let me see. I saw $75 coming from somebody that normally also always send us money. So I didn't want to say their name, but I was going to announce at the end of the show. I always do that.
Yeah, okay.
I saw somebody sending $75.
Yeah.
My phone said they fixed something, gave me opening. I got to put in the password. Yeah. So let me make sure.
It's facial recognition, right?
Yeah, it's $75. The facial recognition is not even working. So that's $75 because people have been trying to hack everything, my man. So sometimes somebody think they can dysfunction now. They just block everybody. Yeah. So let me go to the caller here. Yeah, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Caroline. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Hey, Caroline, how are you?
I always listen to you guys. I want to say thank you so much for the information. You guys always give me all information that is essential. So that's a good job. Grateful to you guys.
Thank you.
And I wanted to answer our brother that just got off. Well, majority of the things I wanted to say, you guys are already said it. So, Charlie, to conclude, there is a parable that says if the horse don't sell you, the street will not buy you. If our government was mature people to behave rightly, they won't be going through what they are going through now.
True.
And we always come up with this big mouth. America is nothing. America have a whole problem. America broke. America is the world superpower. It's like a big brother. Whether he's wrong, he's not wrong. He's still your big brother. The sooner we get to know, the better we will become to do the best and love our country instead of loving personality and going after people who are hurting the country. And I pray and I hope that this whole thing going on with the Unity Party that saga and threatening people and trying to get at social media people, I hope it's not be true because you know what? If it actually happened, they would be in a bad shape because we are no longer living in 1980.
Yeah.
We are in the 21st century. And if you think you can come up and show your check, there's another man who got a bigger check than you. Thank you so much, Sekou.
Thank you so much, my sister. So, President Mom, before we go, let me make this announcement to our people. It will interest you to know that up to this point, we haven't had 100 people yet to subscribe to SKTV. That's why we have all these people following and appreciating everything we do, but to just subscribe for $5 a month, people are not comfortable doing that. But yet again, if you're not comfortable doing subscription, you can support SKT by sending us stars or by sending us Cash App or Zelle. We will appreciate it. And besides that, Christmas coming here, People know what in La brother yeah, we gotta send Christmas to them.
Yep.
We gotta send Christmas to them, to our guys.
Our guys
Working diligently. They're doing, everything. They're also contributing, giving us information, news, things that are making news around the country and around the world. So don't, forget to support our people. Don't forget to support SKTV. So a big thank you to the person that just sent the $75 to support SKTV. We really, really appreciate it. We thank you so much. Monk, you can take us home.
Well, another beautiful day on SKTV, and thank God we had a lot of positive review today because our people are so interested in this news. We keep telling you, come to SKTV. We will give you things that you need to hear, not things that you want to hear. And we talk on issues that benefit the country in general. It's not about a political party. It's not about a political leader. It's about Liberia. If Liberia fails, we all fail. I tell people, no matter how long we stay in the Western world, in the diaspora, at a certain point in time, we will still have to come home. At the end of the day, everybody wants a better Liberia. One of my senior sisters, she called. We were having a personal discussion. She said, Cyrus, how you view America? I said, my sister, I've been here for a while. When you sit in this country, you observe it kind of a change the way how you think. I say America, they will tell you that America is a land for immigrants. But when you technically look at it, America is a land for poor immigrants. Because when you follow America closely, you notice that countries that are doing far better, you don't see too much of the people here. So most of the people that come here, they come here for greener pastures, economic opportunity. Because when your country is doing better, how often do you go to a job, you see somebody from South Korea or from Germany or from let's just say Namibia, or from Egypt, or from Libya?
You go to Africa.
Yeah, Africa. I don't want to go to the Western world.
Take Gabon for example.
Yeah, because
take Equatorial Guinea. How many then you see around here?
Travel
because they're doing good. They got oil.
Yeah,
they are rich, and all their citizens, unless you don't want to work, but they got work.
Yeah. They got opportunity. That's just why it is.
They got opportunity.
They better Liberia.
Look at Rwanda.
Yeah, Rwanda.
Liberian students now leaving Liberia to go to school in
Rwanda. That's it. It comes to great leadership. It should be a shame and a disgrace that after 176 years of existence, countries that used to look forward to Liberia, and now we are at the bottom of the scale. So they're thinking not only be about politics. You got to think country. You got to think long term. And that when the country is doing better, we will all be okay. It doesn't matter whether you're a sedition, whether you're a Unity Party or from Liberty Party. At the end of the day, Liberia matters the most. And that's what we keep talking about here. Look for better leaders, make better decisions, prosecute corrupt officials, and you will see over time, it will pay off big time. The dividend will be there for Liberia to be a better society. But thanks for the day, Sekou. We'll do it another day again. Always.
It's all right, folks. Thank you so much. Mong, thank you, everybody. We love you guys.
Yeah.
We'll be here tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to SKTV. And Robert Pengba, you are the MVP. Trust me. You've been doing this. You've been sharing. You've been encouraging people to subscribe every day. And it's paying off. Even though people are very slow but sure. People are coming little by little. We encourage everybody to subscribe. If you can subscribe, support us whatever way you can. Cash App, Zelle. And you want to, don't be out of the other guy too who send mobile money to $15 mobile money to Liberia to our people. And then they ask me, because we criticize Joseph Waka, I say we should pay the money back. Because if you don't pay my $15 back, we'll take your go public. We'll go spoil your SKTV knee. Yeah, man. Well, thank you, man. Thank you, everybody. So the Christmas is here. The Christmas here. My people didn't want their Christmas too. And one of the person that want to thank the guy who always support us, he sent some package for our people for Christmas. And we really, really appreciate it from him. Thank you, everybody. We love you, and we'll be here tomorrow. As always. Yeah. My woman laugh. Yo, the guy came in by, the guy threatened me. The guy said, the guy he didn't want to call, actually, he said he want to contribute. They don't have Cash App or Zelle in London, in England, where he is. So I said, okay, what you want to do? He said he wants the mobile money. And even how much it's going to be. I said, okay, send to Melbourne, send to my guys in that they need the data, they need a lot of stuff. So I think it's $20 or $15, I guess. I think around $15, I can remember. So just because we thought we exposed the other guy being hiding, in hospital, and the people didn't want us to talk about it. When we talk about that, the guy said, you guys wrote me a long letter. He been bad muffing statement, he been talking bad thing about Joseph Barker. And in fact, I want my money back. I want my money back. My money, what I said to your guy in that place, in Labrador there, I said it because I wanted to come on the show and it never happened. I got a lot of people letting me know that they send you money that they work out on the show, you can't be in there also. But if you not give it, I'll go public. But Steve said, remember, go to BBC. Steve said, you let public. He said, let me take all public. He said, go to court. The man should go to court. That's what Steve said. Me, I just laugh. You know what I did? Honestly, I swear to God, I just tell the guy, thank you. For all the insult and disrespect and attack he launched on me in my inbox on WhatsApp, I just responded, thank you. That's how I can treat people. I don't like confrontation. I don't like fighting. I'm not a fighter. I can only defend myself. And when you threaten me, I can go after you. I love what I can do. It is called preemptive strike. If you threaten to kill me, if I got the opportunity, I will do it first. Yo, anything you want to do to me. If I know that you hate me, I will hate you to the core. If you love me, I will love you more. See, that's fair enough. I just respond to people's behavior towards me or towards anything I do. That's why I love my SKTV people. You guys are so unique and different. Because no matter what happened, no matter what's going on in different areas, on different platforms, we have consistent and responsible followers. That no matter what, they will always be on SKTV. Rain or shine, they don't care. They're always here. They'll always be here. So we appreciate you guys. That's why sometimes I don't want to come on there. I have to come on just to make sure that you get the best information that you need. And I know we appreciate it. So that's why we're always here. We'll be here tomorrow. So on the issue about Mr. Cummings is not going anywhere. He's around. He promised to be at the inauguration with his family. And he promised to be available to help Joseph Barker and succeed if they call on him. But he's not going anywhere. He's around. And he said he's not going to give up on Liberia. He believes Liberian people need help. That is an update from Mr. Cummings. Thank you, guys. We love you all. See you tomorrow.